Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Mandem talk. We were meant to film yesterday, but obviously AFCON got in the way. You know what I mean? Brilliant AFCON as well, to be fair. You know what I mean? Senegal and Morocco will be in the final. So Mazarawi won't be here for another game, people, man. But we're here, locked in. The Mandem will be on their way. Rance, what are you saying, bro? You good?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. What are you telling me?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I can't lie to you, man. I wouldn't say I'm like giddy, but I'm feeling a bit more positive about United. Like this time last week, I can't lie to you, bro. It was depressing. You know what I mean? Coming out of the FA Cup game, but I'm a little bit optimistic, man. In a sense of like, I still think there's no point feeling sorry for ourselves, man. We're still a long way left to the season, man. And Champions League football, as much as we can't celebrate that, but at the same time, it gives us a bit of a lift for next season. You feel me? Like, so yeah, man, I feel like I get it. Yeah, it can be all doom and gloom at the minute, but at the same time, we got to make sure that, we still got a lot to fight for, man. A lot to fight for, bro.
I hear it, bro. Bro, speak for yourself, blood. If we get Champions League football, I'm celebrating that. I don't care. You know, I'm celebrating that.
Yeah,
bro. We shouldn't be outside of the Champions League at any point, bro. Like, look at the club we are, bro. Like, we should be in the Champions League, bro. Like, period, innit? So if we get in the Champions League this season, that's better for me, than fucking, all right, cool, we won the League Cup, and no Champions League, bro. Who cares,
yeah,
bro?
like,
who cares, bro? Like, I've seen us be rubbish and win trophies. You know what I'm saying? Like, get Champions League football, that will help us get a Champions League manager and Champions League players, innit? Like, it's a start, bro. You know what I mean? So, bruv, we need Champions League football. If we get Champions League football, I don't care about them 2 cup exits, bro. I don't care about them. It's the truth.
You know what it is, though? You are right in a sense, so sometimes trophies can mask a lot of problems.
That's what Ollie said, brother. Man were laughing.
Yeah, no,
trophies, egos and that.
Bro, man, like Ollie, you know, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Was that one of the few things that he said that was right, man? I do believe like winning trophies is the aim of you know what I mean, of, as Lee Gunner says, elite sports. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like for us as a football club now, like stability in the league in terms of being able to be finishing high up the pitch means that you've won more games, you were more consistent. You know, if you go on a cup run, you get easy draw. Does that show you what United have been about? You know what I'm saying? Look at the FA Cup final, for example. On that day, don't get me wrong, Ten Hag did his thing. He brought Amrabat in. He played Garnacho wide. He allowed Mainu to get forward. You know what I mean? And we looked better than Man City. But over the course of the season, you know what I mean? You realize, shit, man, what the hell, man?
Yeah, but it was a drunk Man City as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
we have to be honest, bro. They were drunk, bruv. Like, it's not real, innit? Like, the reality is, the aim of elite sport is to win trophies, but the aim is also to improve. And get better every year. That's what you want to be doing. You don't want to regress. You don't want to stagnate. And this is why, even when we used to win trophies, Sir Alex Ferguson used to go and buy players, even though, because he always believed in strengthening the squad, regardless of whether we won or we didn't win, because the aim is to get better and better and better. And we hadn't been getting better, bro. We are winning trophies, but we weren't improving, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And when you look at it, you know what I mean, in terms of how many seasons now without being in the Champions League? You know what I mean? And
too many. It's like 3, isn't it?
I think it would be three seasons if United weren't in it next season. So we finished 8th, 15th. Yeah, I mean, we had the chance, obviously, with Ruben Amorim to get there. And Tottenham, look at Tottenham now. You know what it is? I don't even realize Tottenham are in the Champions League. You know, you don't.
This is what I'm trying to say. They're so bad that no one cares. Like, that's the reality.
Yeah. But if United were in there, there'll be a bit more of a care. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a bit more like, yo, shit, my United's in town. Like, as much as you say it, man, like the Champions League does need United in there. Like,
bro, we're the champions. We are the Champions League club here in England, bro. Period. Liverpool have won the competition more than us. But the truth is, when we're not in there, like, it's not the same, bro. Like, it's not, bro. That's it.
I agree. Not
the same.
I agree.
Because them times when Man United and Barcelona were competing and doing Champions League finals and that, I don't know. No one went talking about Liverpool in no Champions League. Let's be honest, bro.
I mean, in terms of their history, they've obviously got heritage and that, but United, I've just got to be in there regardless, man.
Bro, like even with all their heritage, we're still the team, bro. Like this is the reality. We are still the team, bro. If we're not in the Champions League, we're failing, bro. Period. I don't want to hear it, bro. Like we shouldn't be outside the Champions League for any reason. In recent years, we've seen Newcastle in there. Do you know what I'm saying? What I think Villa as well, bro. Like how are Newcastle and Villa in the Champions League and Man United aren't, bro? It's a failure, bro.
But it's down to like being consistent, bro, and that's the biggest thing we've got to build now under Carrick. I mean, there's 17 games to play. There's a maximum of 51 points available. That's a lot, you know, man. 51 points.
How many are we on at the moment?
We are on at the minute currently right now. As it stands, we have 32. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying we're going to get that, you know, because that means we'll be in the 80s. Do you know what I mean? But,
that's,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
a title charge, isn't it?
That's a title charge, mate. You know what I mean?
We're not doing that.
Hey, we ain't doing the title charge. But at the same time, right now, Manchester United, if you can get... the thing is, right, you always got to... Like, we were analysing it last time, and we were saying, like, it's always around 60 to 65 points is the ball mark, maybe 70. I'd say 65 is like the bare minimum. So we're on what 32 right now at this current rate right now. So we'd need a double that points. So you need to get at least 35 out of 51, or let's say 30 out of 51. But then when I look at it now,
30 out of 51 is not crazy though.
Yeah, that's
because 30 out of 51 is just over half, bro. So that's not a lot. Like we should be aiming for that. That's an average of about 2 points a game, or just over that.
Yeah, 12 wins out of 17. I mean, that is when you look. The problem is though, it's whether Carrick can come in and put a set of tactics where we are able to win more games. Because I feel like under Ruben Amorim, it was a case of like, yo, risk averse. Like we're not willing to win this game. Look at the Tottenham game. We could have buried it. There's so many games where you're like, yo, Ruben Amorim, let's go for the kill, man. Let's go for it. If Michael Carrick, the bare minimum Michael Carrick could do is say, yo, we're not, and for himself as well, he's got nothing to lose, by the way. He has to get this Man United team playing risk-free football. So we have to.
But he's going to do that. He's going to do that. And then it's on the players, isn't it? I'm not going to lie, yeah? Like, if Carrick sets up the way that I expect him to set up, it's on the players now. I don't want to hear no excuses no more. It's on you lot, bruv. Like, you lot need to bring this Champions League football back to Old Trafford, because Carrick is factually an attacking manager. All of his metrics as a manager point towards him being very attacking, innit? So, we've got a lot of attacking players. So, them man need to go out and score goals, all of them. I don't want to hear no excuses. We need goals from Ahmad. We need goals from Mbeumo. We need Cunha to pull his finger out, start scoring goals. Sesko needs to start scoring goals. Xerxes needs to chip in as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we need goals from the midfield. Bruno needs to start scoring from open play. Do you know what I mean? Kobe needs to chip in with some goals as well. And Casemiro will chip in anyway. But
Casemiro's got already 3-4, I think, already.
All these men need to start scoring goals, bro. I don't want to hear no chat no more, bro. Like, we know that Ruben's metrics, he's not an attacking manager. And even at Sporting, he was outperforming his XG massively. Like, he's not an attacking manager. But Carrick is, bro. So I don't want to hear no chat. These men need to go out and win some games now. Yep.
I think, big up to Andy. 9 at home, 8 away. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation right now. And you got to remember, like, as much as
if you win all your home games, Saeed, that's already 27 points.
What's the home games like, though? If you look at Man United's home games, I'm just going to check the available home games, because I think, like, we've got Tottenham, Fulham, obviously Man City starting off right now. You've got Crystal Palace, you've got Aston Villa, you've got Leeds, Brentford, and then Forest towards the end of the season. You know what I mean? You know what it is though? It depends on whether teams are on the beach. You know what I mean? United have got something to play for. This is the realization of what.
To the last day, we got stuff to play for.
Yeah, until the last day. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So it just depends on whether teams have other priorities. Say, for example, I don't know, with Liverpool, if they go and be, I don't know, trying to prioritize the cups rather than Champions League, whether Chelsea, you know what I mean, do well with Liam Rosinha, and they're going for this, or they, you know, because I spoke to Matisse and he said, yo, F the top 4, F the top 5. He's like trophies for me personally. So it all comes down to priorities and what we want as a fan. But United, if they can't lock in now, yeah, for the next 5 months, bro, that's all I'm asking for. Lock in for the next 5 months, because I don't want it to be like a Ralph Rangnick. Because you see the Ralph Rangnick thing situation, yeah, I feel like some of the players disrespected Ralph in a sense. Like you could tell, like towards the end, that they just disrespected, man. You get me? I just kind of basically said, you know what, F this guy, he ain't really here. Like, man need to realize, yo, if you're not playing for the badge, yeah, then bro, some of these guys got to go. Well, I'm not lying to you, yeah. If some man, yeah, just disappear, bro, even my favorites, I'm looking at them differently, you know. Like, even if man say, yo, I'm looking at you, man, I'm thinking, yo, if you don't want it now and you don't want to get into the Champions League right now when it's available to you and it's close to you, then I'm looking at you different for next season. Because what is it then? What's your ambition? Is it to play in the best of the best? Is it to be competing? What is your ambition? And yeah,
what I would say though, personality-wise, apart from Bruno, I don't think there's any players that I think could potentially be undermining any manager, bro. You know them ones like Rashford's not there no more, Garnacho's not there, CR7's not there. A lot of the big personalities or the guys that I see that might potentially be an issue here, they're not there no more. You know what I mean? I agree. So I think it's gonna be calm, bro. Like honestly.
But there will be a situation where Carrick might have to make some tough decisions. And you see, man, certain man are not going to get game time. Because now, man, like see, I don't know if you see Lisandro Martinez kicking up a fuss when he came off the football pitch. He kicked the water bottle. I don't know if you've seen that on camera, but he kicked the water bottle. He wasn't happy that Maguire came in. So certain man are not going to be happy. Which game was that? The game that we played just now.
With Fletch?
Yeah, with Fletch and them, man.
I didn't see that, but
yeah, bro, he kicked the water ball, man.
But he fell out also with Ruben Amorim. But so Lisandro, you're right. Lisandro Martinez, yeah, he's another one. He's got that petulant streak as well, innit? I forgot about him, but
so you got to remember, like certain man are not going to be playing every game now. Like there's going to be games. I think there's only game where we have 2 games a week is in February, when we play West Ham in midweek, I believe. That's the only kind of midweek game we've got where there's 3 games a week. Other than that, I think it's just 1 game a week until the end of the season. And it's going to be a period now where it's going to be no games for a month, and then you got to come back into the team. So in terms of that, Michael Carrick has to be ruthless. Like there ain't no, I ain't got no favorites. He's got to pick a team where he believes, I believe this team is the right one. And if you're not in the team, bro, you got to come off the bench and then show me something. Because this is going to be everyone's effort now. Nobody's going to be like, but you know, you've got to like show effort when you come off the pitch. Like, what can I do to change the game? So it's got to be one of them ones. And I'm not going to lie, this is why I believe it was the right choice to go for Carrick, because I believe he's got that he's a bit cold-blooded in a sense. Whereas Ollie, I think he wants to please everyone.
Yeah, you know bro, remember what Ollie done with the goalkeepers and that? Told them both they were the number 1 keeper.
Yeah, I remember.
Ollie's soft, man. He can't. Ollie's not the guy, bro. I'll be honest. He's not the guy. He didn't have the personality. Carrick don't give a shit, bro. He's shown that by his previous selections as Man United manager. He's dropped fan favorites and he's dropped big personalities. So I do trust Carrick, bro. I do trust him still.
What do you think is like his biggest test at Man United in terms of like this job right now compared to obviously he had last time? Do you think the whole idea of now him knowing now he's got 17 games, do you think that's going to affect him, or do you believe like he believes he's the guy? Like,
I believe he does believe that, bro. And there was stuff saying that Carrick don't want the permanent role, he
did say
like that.
Yeah,
like, I don't believe that for a second, and I said it on my on my stream as well. You see Michael Carrick's personality.
Yeah,
Michael Carrick came in and asked for Roy Keane's number. You know, this is what people don't understand about Michael Carrick. This guy, he's got that personality, bro. He asked for Roy Keane's number, and then he helped win us a Champions League. So if you think that Michael Carrick ain't got that little bit of like arrogance and stubbornness about him, where like he rates himself, bro, like. Bro, Bearman would have ran from that shirt number, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't sleep on Michael Carrick, bro. Like, Michael Carrick will come in there, he'll believe that he's the guy, and he'll want to make a statement in it, and he'll want to be successful. He won't look at it as a free hit. He won't look at it that way. I think he's really trying to make a name for himself in management. And if he gets us Champions League, he can walk into another Premier League job easy.
Bro.
Easy, bro. He could go back to Spurs if he wants. Could even go back to West Ham if he wants. If West Ham don't get relegated. Do you know what I'm saying? The Bournemouth job might be available because my man's leaving. The Fulham job might be available.
There's bare jobs available, man.
There's bare jobs. Crystal Palace might be available. There's bare jobs at the end of the season, bro.
Yo, if my man, Liam Rossignol, who's talking about manage and agent and manage, I don't know if you see his quotes and that. He's
yeah, I've seen it.
If Liam Rossignol can get the job, I'm sorry, man. Yo, he might have opened the doors to the Mandem, you feel me? And we are going to be entering an era of now where managers now are not what you assume. I think the quality of managers now are
they're system managers, innit? Like just like you got system players, you got system gaffers now, bro. Like this is the era of football that we're in, bro. But this is it. I swear down, bro. If you can get in and you can fit in within the overall structure of a team, you can get a job, bro. People were laughing at Vincent Kompany. Who's laughing now, bro?
Bro, I swear down, bro. I can't lie. There was a time where I was like, yo, Vincent Kompany. Even though I do rate his football at Burnley, I was like, yo.
He cooked at Burnley, bro. I was back in Kompany, bro. I told man, bro, he's the IC3 savior, blood. I told everyone. When Kompany got the job, man were like, oh yeah, Kompany, they got a relegated manager and that. Look what he's done.
Fair play. I can't lie. You know what? Fair play, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, this is the thing. But the thing is, Kompany, though, not only did he have a style of play, but he wasn't a stubborn guy, though, innit? Like, the thing is right now, I think if you're not stubborn here and you're willing to change, bro, I feel like you've got half a chance as a manager, bro. I think this is the problem now with this new young era managers, bro. They just believe that what Simeone has done is that he's not really changed. And I think that's going to be me in 10 years' time when your journey ain't the same as Simeone's journey, bro. Simeone right now, I'm not going to lie, he's washed. I don't know how he's still at Atletico Madrid. Real talk, bro. But he's there because Atletico Madrid realized, shit, if we sack Simeone,
there's nothing else out there.
We might be finished.
Yeah.
So they're only keeping him right now because it's like they don't realize what they could get elsewhere. They're not like Real Madrid where they think, yo, on it, we'll get the best.
Because they know that the grass ain't always greener, bro. Like I hear it, like because the list of up and coming managers, it's not very attractive, bro. Like, like in my opinion, there's not a big difference here between a lot of these up and coming managers, bro. It's maybe a little bit more experience or it's just a different style. Like, but it's all around the same level, bro. Like I'm not looking at these managers and saying, yo, they're head and shoulders, above XYZ. All of these young managers, for me, when I look at what Cesc Fabregas is doing, I don't think Cesc Fabregas is miles behind a Mikel Arteta, who is challenging for the league and has been challenging for the league. When I look at coaching styles, a lot of these younger coaches, to me, they're all around the same level, bruv. They're all around the same level. Like even my man at Brighton as well, he looks like a decent manager. I
mean, Hurtsler. He's going on the radar, you know, man. Like he's going on the radar when you look at him and you look at his style, man. Like he's not really playing with wingers, if you know. It's like
bro, he's playing some good football, bro.
Yeah.
And how old is he? Like 37 or something?
Bro, he's same age as me, bro. 32.
32. What is he?
Bro, he played with Paul Pogba, bro. What do you mean?
No, he's that young.
Yo, listen, Fabian Hurtsler was playing with Paul Pogba, bro.
Mate.
I'm telling you now, but he obviously got injured towards the end of his career. But yeah, bro, like he's playing under.
He does look very young, though.
Yeah, this is him, bro. Let me show you Fabian Hurtsler. There he is. Can you see it there?
Oh my days.
Yeah, that's Pogba. This is around 2009, the friendly.
Oh my.
So there you go. That's Fabian Hurtsler right there. You get me? Yaya Sanogo scored.
See what I'm saying? So, bruv, he's 32, and he's already a very good coach. So, like right now, you're seeing that the difference in levels between a lot of these coaches, like Nagelsmann's probably the only like young manager that you would say might be a tier above the young G's. Like,
yes, he kind of started to.
But he started early though.
Yeah, he started early. You get me? Like he started early. Like, but even with the thing is with Nagelsmann though. Like, I don't know his style of play anymore. I couldn't tell you his style of play.
I don't think he has one. I think he just adapts to whatever he's got in it.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
I don't prefer that. I actually, but this is what I want though. I want managers who adapt to their players. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm sorry, man. You adapt to the players you've got because at the end of the day, yeah, who are the players? Who's the constant in any football team? It's the players.
Yeah, the players.
Like, you've got to adapt, bro. You can't just tell me, oh yeah, but you know what? You're gonna do what I want to do. No, like, especially if you haven't done anything. And that's the problem now with football managers, that they just believe they've got this in their head that, yo, I've done this. This is my style. You've got to be able to copy and imitate what I want in my head. And I'm like, you can't do that, bro. You got to play to players' strengths. At the same time, right now, Carrick's got to play to our strengths. You know what I mean? And, yeah, people can say it's player FC, but end of the day, bro, what is it then? Like, bro, managers get sacked, players don't. Like, they don't.
Yeah, but all these players, player FC, bro. There's 11 players on the pitch and one manager. So, like,
exactly.
You need the players to all be happy in order to win games, bro. It's that simple. And Carrick said in his interview that he also wants to enjoy watching the players play. So he's gonna be playing an expansive, exciting brand of football. But then it's up to the players, to put the ball in the back of the net. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. And people say, oh, but you didn't say that under Amrin. Yeah, we did say that under Amrin. Said that under Ten Hag. The final action is always going to be the players.
I think option 3. I still can't see option 1 though. I refreshed the phone.
But you know what it is though? You got to remember, like, it's always the players at the end of the action, but it's how you get to them players first, isn't it? It's the build-up, it's the style, who's in what position, you feel me? Like, and that's the key thing for me. With my United, bro, like right now at this current stage, have to be played. Like today, they were having an argument and overlapping it about the United DNA. And like it brings an interesting question in it, Mandem, like in terms of the United DNA. I don't believe there is a United DNA. But what I believe, from what I've watched my United over the past 20-odd years, is on the front foot, attacking football. Two wingers going at it. It's on the front foot. It's entertaining, but it's winning football. That's a key thing, winning football. But it's on the front foot. It's not sitting back. It's not sitting back, waiting, counter-attacking football. That's why I didn't like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the start. I think there was a lot of counter-attacking football. But for me, United's style has always been, since I was young, was get on the front foot, get down the byline, and attack. That's what I want. So, you know what I mean? Like, it comes down to, like, what do you see? Like, if I was to ask you, Rance, when you watch United, what would be your kind of always your vision of United, like, in terms of the not the DNA, but what you would want?
I think it does have to be attacking. It has to be, and it has to probably be vertical as well. Like, we always used to pass forward. That was our thing, innit? And this is why I like the De Zerbi for Man United, because I don't want possession for the possession's sake, bro. Like, no disrespect to Pep Guardiola, but I don't want to see the U-shaped football, bro. Like, man don't want to see that, bro. Do you know what I mean? I do not want to see that. And even to a certain degree, when you watch Arsenal as well, all of their midfielders pass sideways, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man's used to seeing, bro, I've seen Michael Carrick pick up the ball from the centre-back and just drop it over the top to the striker, like, bare times. Scholesy used to do that. Like, fuck the sideways shit. If the forward pass is on, play the forward pass, innit? Like, that's what I want to see, innit? Like, I don't want to see this, all right, cool, like 76%, 80% possession, and no shots, blood. Like, who the fuck wants to watch that?
Yeah.
And that's what modern football's kind of turned into. Bare possession, no shots and that. That's why the Fletcher thing, it was refreshing, bro. 30 attempts on goal, bro. Like, it was refreshing. Like, every attack finished with a shot or a cross or something, bro. Like, we were trying to score. There's bare times I see teams moving the ball around. Don't look like, it's like they almost want to score the perfect goal, bro. Like, I ain't got no time for that.
I agree. I think for me, like, it comes. You have to have a possession with purpose, though, innit? You feel me? Like, you can't just have possession for possession's sake. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie to you. Guardiola football, I think the Barcelona one was brilliant. I think the start of City was brilliant, but I don't like it the last couple of years. I think it's not been the football that I like. Same with Arteta. I think he played better football at the start of his career at Arsenal, especially the early years. I think 22, 23 was probably the last time I seen Arteta and Arsenal play amazing football. Now it's a little bit more robotic. Now it's set piece focused. But then again, which club doesn't do set pieces? You know what I mean? Chelsea, I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? We have to wait until, you know what I mean, man like Leo Rosenior does what he does. Liverpool, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Liverpool play boring football. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
On the spot,
horrible.
it's horrible football. Like, it's not great. You know what I mean? And did Salah mask a lot of problems last season?
He did.
He did. He probably did, innit? When you look at it.
Last season, Liverpool fans were even saying to me, they would go 1-0 up, and it's almost like they just took their foot off the gas and they were just keeping the ball and like not trying to go for a second, and they weren't even happy with it. And a lot of the times they got lucky where they went ahead, they conceded, and then they ended up winning like late, nicking stuff. Do you know what I mean? And they did that to win the league. But Liverpool fans weren't necessarily happy with the football last season either, for the most part.
Yeah.
In football. At this point in time, I think there's an evolution in football, and while this evolution has taken place, United has never had a settled manager that's been a part of the evolution of what we see football to be, whether it's De Zerbi, whether it's whatever. So we've missed a lot of the evolution that football takes place, and I think something else is happening again now. I think someone who might be the leader of the new school might be Cesc Fabregas in what he's trying to do with the game, because he feels like people are not playing 10s no more. They don't rate midfielders how you're meant to, or they don't rate creative type of players. I know he's got that kid from Real Madrid that's unlocking a lot of defenses for him, and they're playing a lot of their football through him. I feel like he's kind of trying to set maybe a new precedence in terms of how the game's played. But if you look at the league as a whole, the league is poor, man. And this is why, like, like, even if you're like the best team in, like, if we talk about the best team in the country, and then we talk about the level of football they're playing, we would say that's Arsenal. But we've been complaining all season about their set pieces and that they're just set piece FC and throw-ins and all of that, calling them flipping Stoke. So that's telling you where we're at. Whereas when we were under the heights of Klopp and Pep, it was madness in the league. I'm saying, like, it was pressure. It was top football, but we were nowhere to be seen. We ain't had a manager who's come to compete in that level, and I feel like this is why the league is wide open. Because if we look at ex-managers who are becoming football players right now and managing, whether it's Arteta, like, as far as Carrick is concerned, he was a much better footballer than Arteta. Do you know what I'm saying?
Massively.
In terms of how we see. This is what I'm trying to say. So if we're talking about a midfielder who read the game at the highest level, played it at the highest level, and now has a managerial tactician, or he's coming to the managerial.
Being a good player doesn't mean necessarily you're going to be a good manager, though. That's
but that's what I'm saying. But
it depends on what kind of player you are, though, because Carrick was a deep lying playmaker.
Facts. Carrick saw a lot of the game. Carrick picked up the ball from the defense and fed strikers and other midfielders. Like, if anyone can see the whole pitch in terms of what everyone's doing and what's going on, it was Carrick. So I think he has a different view of the game and how you see it. And I'd say Arteta was a bit similar, but he just wasn't at the level of Carrick.
And you saw that with Cesc as well.
Yeah.
Saw that with Cesc. So when we look at the ex-players that are in the game now, Company, Arteta, and now we've got Carrick coming up, Carrick just needs the opportunity to kind of prove himself. I'm not against Carrick. I preferred him over Oli. But again, the proof is in the pudding. It's not flipping personal either. If you do crap, we'll just move you on. If you do well, then go and earn your money. You know what I mean? I'm not on this. Carrick comes, does well, and then we replace him with a next man who just struggles to do what Carrick did. I'm not on all that just because it's Michael Carrick, we have to replace him, Because Carrick could get us top 4, for an example, and then we replace him with a next manager who only gets top 6. And then we're talking about, we need to give him time. He just come to the league. Why do I have to give a man time when Carrick just got us top 4?
But then again, what if I say to you, though, that's the same thing we did with Oli, where Oli was better as an interim.
It's not the same thing, because my thing is, if Oli would have won the league, we would never had this conversation. It's because Oli didn't win. That's what I'm saying. So we have to see what Carrick does. If Oli would have won, because Oli finished second.
Bro, even if Oli won the Europa League, bro, because remember, we lost on penalties.
Facts. It'll be a different conversation. The problem with Oli, he couldn't get over the line. We gave him nearly like two and a bit years. He nearly got the 3rd year. A lot of managers don't get that. So Oli had his chance and he couldn't get it over the line. So I ain't got no issue with Oli. He had the term, he couldn't get it over the line, and he got sacked. It's no bad blood. It was good while you lasted, and we keep it moving. I just feel like if Carrick does well, I'm not just going to get rid of him just because it's Michael Carrick. I don't believe that. Because again, I'm looking at the managers who are in the league, like Arteta, and obviously let's get rid of the OGs like Emery and Pep. These are just big boy managers. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the rest and what's available, I'm not gonna be too quick to say get rid of him, because I ain't got nothing wrong with him.
But let me see, is that a position of the situation you're in? Yeah, like say I don't know, man. I'm trying to give an analogy. Like if I gave you something that you never had, you're gonna cherish it as much, only because of the situation you're in right now. Because Man United are in the mud, you're probably thinking, yo, let me hold on to that right now.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, do I get that?
You know what it is? Carrick is not an idiot as a footballer. I just don't know what he is as a coach. But when I look at Ollie, cool. Ollie was a man who scored goals, came off the bench. He had a knack for scoring. Cool. That's one thing. But
I think he's lost the thing.
Yeah. But
I agree with Musa. You know,
was one of the
thing I would say.
He was.
There he is.
Yeah, mostly cutting in and out.
I was saying that Carrick. Sorry about it. I was saying that Carrick was one of the best midfielders in world football of his era. He's not here. We're just saying Michael Carrick. The brother was levels as a midfielder. Like in an era where it was mad. Even like the play, even some of the midfielders for England that he. Reality, if Carrick was Spanish, he would have been playing. They wouldn't have just flipping benched. They wouldn't have. He would have been playing. So I'm not going to disrespect Carrick because of the level of footballer that he is. Because a lot of us will come and scream Zidane, Pirlo, all of these other players who, if they go on to manage and do okay somewhere, we'll be like, let's give him a chance. I'm just saying, if Carrick does well, I don't poo that and like it's nothing, because you're looking at someone who played the game in the middle of the park at the highest level, who used to pick up off the defense and feed strikers and midfielders, and just saw the game at a different level. So if he can transcend that and make players better and play a good style of football, we can do a lot worse. We just need to be in the Champions League. I'm not worried about winning the league.
I agree.
I'm not worried about any of that.
Yeah,
I completely agree, bruv. I completely agree. And like, when I look at him, it's like, this ain't a manager with no experience. Remember, he was Jose's number 2. He was also, him and McKenna were number 2s for Ollie. And then him and McKenna both went their own separate ways, and they've coached in a very competitive league. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think he got to the quarterfinals of the League Cup. He got into playoff positions and obviously didn't do anything there. But he's done his apprenticeship, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the same way people were laughing at Vincent Kompany, saying, "Oh, he's a championship manager, this, that, and the other, got relegated, and look what he's doing at Bayern Munich." What's the difference between Vincent Kompany and someone like Michael Carrick, apart from getting the opportunity? We need to see what he does at Man United. If he actually does well, he might turn out to actually be a good coach, bro. Like, I think Kieran McKenna's a good coach. What I saw him do at Ipswich, I was like, the players are shit, but I was like, you know what? They're playing some decent football, you know? I think McKenna's another one. He's a decent coach, bro. He's a Premier League coach anyway. I'm not saying he's a Man United coach, but he's a Premier League coach.
Just to, for me, the problem that you've got there is that when you look at it, though, if Carrick does get, for example, Champions League football, and you then say what most saying, I wouldn't mind if he stuck on it, because you never know what could come unavailable. I always think, though, interim versus permanent, two different kind of, I think, expectations, pressure. I think you probably think to yourself now, no one's expecting me right now to get Champions League football. But then when you're in it, and then you're the main guy, not that I'm saying he's going to be the reason why we fail and whatnot. But
what, do you think Carrick don't have pressure now? I think he's got pressure. No. I think they've told him, yo, you need to deliver Champions League football. I think he has.
Where did Ollie finish in his first season?
He finished outside of the top 4. He finished 6th. He didn't do that well when he was interim. Then when he got the permanent role, we actually lost the last game. Cardiff, I think we lost 2-0 to Cardiff. We didn't play well.
And where did he finish in his first season after he got the job?
I think he finished 3rd, did he? Or something like that. Let me go quickly check.
Second. Ollie finished 2nd in the league.
I think
What
he finished second.
season did Oli finish
There's
second?
no fans in the stadium, Musa. Put that
It
context.
doesn't matter if there's
exactly.
no
That's
fans in the stadium. Listen. If there was no fans in the stadium, why didn't someone else finish second? If it was that easy, where was everyone else in second?
Liverpool win the league and nobody even really addressed that. It was
But
a
where
weird
was City?
time.
No, I'm
It was
no,
a
I'm
weird
with you. But
time,
I'm
Musa, so give me
saying,
a rep.
if it was so
Oli
easy,
got found out
if
for
it
what
was
he
so easy,
got
if it
found
was
out
so
for what he
easy,
was.
no. My point is this though: we're making a statement like that. If it was so, if it was
What's
so
it,
easy,
let each of the land. Let each of the land. Okay. Let Musa.
no, but no, when you say there's no fans in the stadium, I'm sure Arsenal would have wanted to finish second that year. I'm sure City would have wanted to finish second that year. I'm sure Chelsea would have wanted to finish second that year with no fans in the stadium. If it's so easy, you know when you just poo-poo someone's run, there's no fans.
What happened when fans came back?
My thing is, he still went and finished second. Like, you can't take that away from him.
I think overall, what I agree with is that it depends on what manager we're getting. The briefings are that INEOS want an elite manager. For me, if we're not going out and trying to get a De Zerbi, or a Nagelsmann or something like that, I don't want you to fuck around and go and get a Marco Silva, bruv. If you're going to go get Marco Silva, you might as well keep Carrick, man, if he gets Champions League. Because I'm not trying to see Marco Silva ball, blood, snooze ball at Old Trafford. I ain't trying to see that shit. Unless you're going and getting an attacking manager, fuck it. Like, we get Champions League, keep it the same way, bro. Like, I'll rather this vibes, bro. I can't go back to watching Man United and wanting to fall asleep, bro. I'm tired. Amarim's football is the worst football I've ever seen at this football club by far, blood. Like, I've never seen anything that bad.
Yeah, same reason why I didn't want us to rush into the permanent manager if it meant that we're getting the wrong one. Say, for example, you said Marco Silva. I think his football is very, very boring. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, it's diabolical.
But at the same time, you know what I mean? Right now, as it stands, you know, I just believe you've got to separate the pressures. And you say, Rance, there's a lot of pressure. I don't think there is. I don't think there's an expectation that if Michael Carrick doesn't get top 5, we're going to go mad at him. You know what I mean?
No, not at him. We're still in a dire situation.
Yeah,
and
we are.
Like he's failed as well.
Yeah, I agree. But then what I'm thinking is, when he gets the job, though, everyone's going to be like, yo, you got the keys now. You got, you know what I mean? You ain't no guest anymore. You see when man come to your gaff, Oh, yeah. And there's a certain period where you say to him, yo, you've gone from a guest now. Now you got to start playing by the rules. I
hear it.
You hear what I'm trying to say, bro? You got to be,
yo. But that's what I'm trying to say, though. But that's why I said that the Oli thing of that when he got the job, that's a myth, because he got the job and he finished second. And I think he finished third also. Yeah, so it's a myth. But so it's a myth that he got the job and he done crap.
It is, yeah. You know, when we do the whole comparisons to Oli and that, I get, both the Mandem are right, innit? But realistically, they're all isolated situations, to be honest. Like, whether it's the players that were there at the time, the situation, whoever was winning, like, obviously, because look at the league now. A lot of people say the league's dead. Maybe the top quality of the league is dead in terms of the best performing teams in the league. But at the same time, this league's more competitive. You've got more of these other teams giving people upsetting results, you know what I'm saying? So in another way, you can look at it like there's more teams that are kind of giving the people more better games, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think personally. But I don't know, man. We don't know, guys. We just need to see Carrick coming in, doing this whole, Oli did this and... Bruv, Carrick, the dream would be for Carrick to take over and he's a cold manager, but the reality of it is he just needs to do this, get us stable. I don't even care. The man that keep talking about Champions League, I care about it, but not as much as just getting us to play good football. That should be the main task. Get this team gelled, get this team knowing each other, get a system in place. You get it, then we can say, okay, cool, let's build towards Champions League football. Forget Champions League, forget everything. Let's get this team playing well. That's all we should worry about. Because we haven't seen it in a long time, bro. It's been horrible, bro. That these players don't know each other, and then all these different managers with all their different systems are just confusing everybody. And certain things are sticking in their heads, certain things, you know what I mean? Then they revert back to type and all of this. We just need to get these guys playing. And if bro, I swear down, I want to give it like a couple more managers. If we can't get the right manager, there's a deeper problem at this club, bro. I swear down. Because I don't know what to think right now. Before Amarim came, we were hopeful, man. We were all hopeful. You know what? He's got a system. Maybe not Nuruddin, but wait, I can't hear nothing. Guys talking.
I wasn't hopeful. I wasn't hopeful.
No, but it was still refreshing. Like, oh, okay. No one expected this appointment.
Nah,
it was still a decent.
I wasn't hopeful.
Do you know what I mean? Decent appointment on the grand scheme of things. But obviously, in hindsight, it weren't. You can blame INEOS for it. You can say that they didn't support him. You can blame Amorim. But I don't know, guys, man. I don't even know about this character. I'm not sure. I just feel. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, man.
On this road to
stay on.
Musa is
he wants that mad United story.
Oh
my days, but this one takes over.
The original jobs for the boys.
Better than
Amorim. One thing about Musa.
He could have done better than Amorim. I don't know what man's talking about.
Real life, you know. Musa might be like that in his real life. Musa is like what you know, mate. And that's it. If I've known you, get in there. You're having a job. You're having a go. Musa, listen, I've heard a lot of waffle on here today. Remixing, the different remixing between Rant, Saeed, Rhino. You've not even said anything, my light-skinned brother. You've not said anything.
Big up Leon.
I've not even heard anything from you. And you usually, you're joining the people like Ty sitting on the fence, folding arms.
Nuruddin is high on his horse right now, innit? You've been waiting for this, Nuruddin, innit?
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready.
I'm ready. Listen, we got the Boys FC. We got Racers Woodgate. We got Carrick, who was part of the failed coaching staff that failed before. So let's not remix it.
It's true.
That's fake news. That's fake news.
I would have grouped them together. I would have grouped them together. I need to
get this t-shirt. People, please, somebody make this in the chat. You need to get me a large, extra large hoodie or t-shirt. Just says, let me finish. Let me finish. And then people can
pause, but yeah.
Let me finish, right?
Yeah.
I'll just say this, right? Manchester United are in a dire situation. Do I have huge expectations? The question we should be asking is that, do we have huge expectations of Carrick? Carrick, for the 3 games where he was in charge, he made very interesting football decisions that actually worked in favour for Manchester United. He had 3 games, one against Chelsea, I remember the draw, Sancho scored. Yeah. And then he had 2 games. What was the other game?
Villarreal. Villarreal.
Arsenal Villarreal. Was it Arsenal? Was it a draw? Was it a draw?
No, win 3-2. 3-2.
All right, yeah, we beat them, yeah, right. So at the end of the day, I can just go for that little bit of sample. Manchester United look like they can play a bit more compact football. The most important thing Manchester United can do now is not Rhino good football. The days about dreaming and that good football.
No, not good football. Just something consistent. Something consistent. Not good football specifically.
Can Manchester United be competent? Can they, as a compact team, know the deficiencies that we clearly see in this squad? Yeah. Luke Shaw dead. Dogu 20-year-old, right? He's still learning his game. Me and Saeed know the brother he works with and coaches him, right? So can we rely on that?
He called me yesterday.
He should have gone with Amorim. He should have gone with his cousin or his uncle, whoever it was, by relation. He should be on a plane to Portugal. So let's not even talk about that. So I can just name you Diego Dalot, who plays against me every week. Bruno Fernandes, who plays against us every week, especially when he drops back into midfield. He does what he does. Now, Carrick can come in and think, Manchester United, forget all these tactics. Whatever we're doing, whether it's a low block, whether it's a mid block, whether it's a high press, are the players on the football pitch, the 11 or the 10 out-free players, are they in sync? What are they doing with the ball? What are we doing without the ball? Because at this moment in time, it is really difficult. Majority of these players are done out here. We were fed up with this ownership. Do you not think these players are fed up? Players are human just like me and you. And now, today, guess what they're breathing? Oh, this week, everybody's smiling. Everybody refreshed, energy. The training, listen, stop giving me this BS propaganda. I've had it for 13 times in 13 years, yeah? Because that's how many people we've had managing this football club. 13 different people at any time. So this is the failure of the most. Now, I can separate 2 things. Separate the coaching staff, the players, from the ownership. For now, because we're in a dire. Because everybody on their man can see what those people upstairs think. He sacked Amorim not because of his football, but because arguments about this and that. Ego. At the end of the day, I expect Carrick to come in and I expect him to make Manchester United harder to beat. First,
that's the least he can do.
It's not hard either.
That's not hard, yeah.
Can we make Manchester United hard to beat? And then I look at the key areas, and people are like, oh, yeah, it's a midfielder. He was this, is that. You know what? I watched his Middlesbrough. I got all the stats. I can name it to you now. I did the research. I'm going to do a video to drop.
Yeah, but there's a caveat to that.
I've got
have you added the fact that he lost Morgan Rogers? He lost Morgan Rogers. He lost Tavernier.
Yes, all the players he lost, yes. But one thing I do say is that in midfield, because as a coach, just because you played in midfield, you're not focusing on the midfield. You're focusing on your team. You try to win more games. You're coaching the whole team.
He walked through that young buck that we were meant to be doing.
Hackney as well.
My midfielders, they're going to cook because I was the midfielder. No. Casemiro
can't
do Premier League pace. He does 55 minutes and then he's gassed. I've seen it with my own eyes. You've seen it with your own eyes in the stadium. When you see him panting, going, you see it. It's physically.
What Nuruddin, even for Brazil, like, even for Brazil though.
Not for Brazil, because Brazil keep the ball and we don't.
Right? Ugarte does his own thing, and Bruno is another thing. So Kobe come back in?
How many Casemiro off years ago?
Listen, how many games does Kobe need to get up to rhythm?
And not recently, you were saying he's our best player.
Mason Mount part of this. So we have to look at those intricate, detailed things, other than talking about jobs for the boys. Word to Roy Keane. Somebody sent me the link today. Yeah, what has Johnny Evans done? Like it's like I swear to God, it's like Rand's getting in there going, "Yo, Rhino, Saeed, yo, Musa."
But he's not the main guy, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really like that from Roy Keane.
You tell me.
Me neither. Bro. Johnny Evans filling up.
I
don't know why man's making it out like Evans is a main guy, bro.
Tell me what qualification does he have?
Bro, he's got the same amount of qualifications as the fat fucking fitness coach that Amarim brought in.
Yeah, that's bro. And also Nuruddin. But I don't get you. You said to me that you want people who have known the football club, who understand the league. I remember you said it for the sporting guys. You didn't like.
You know what? You forgot the next sentence. I said once we get rid of these owners, you need Manchester United people who have it.
I agree.
The word that you missed out is the ownership.
I know, but I'm talking about the coaching.
Let's be real. With this ownership, everybody's khalas.
I agree.
Everybody is. We've got crackheads in charge, right? Who don't know have a clue what's going on. They're crack. I swear to God, if I walked into,
I know.
Today, there's supposed to be a meeting. All of them are supposed to be in Carrington, by the way. All of them today. Joe, Avaram, Jim the Rat, they're all there. I swear to God, if I go into that boardroom, I'm looking for that crack. Where's the crack pipe they all smoking on? Where is it? Where is the crack pipe?
I don't really listen to these meetings, though, because you know what they do? It's all facade, man. Them meetings are just PR.
After the ownership, we know what I would like.
Yeah.
After you have a different ownership, I would like similar model to Bayern Munich. If you are
fan-led,
you have to be qualified to do the job. If you don't do the job, like they did with Oliver Kahn, see you later, Oliver Kahn. Oliver Kahn went on stunning.
They also bring in ex-players on at board level.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
And you know what they did to them? You know what they did? They said, "See you later." If you're not good enough, they're all honest with themselves. Are you good enough to be here in Bayern Munich making a decision? No. See you later. That's the bit I point out. But the big thing, I wish Carrick all the best in the world. I think these two games are hard, and I actually think maybe this can rise the players. I wish him that the most important thing is the mentality he needs to work with. We've got dead footballers. We've seen it again and again. Not all the managers. Yes, Ruben Amorim was, and I agree with Rand, he should never have ever been offered this job in his life. You said the guy who came with him, those people should never be at Manchester United. Never.
But no qualifications.
But they came here because people in our board said they were the best in class. So at the end of the day, this is what we're dealing with. So, Carrick, if you look at the history, and now, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys worked it out, but in a Manchester United official statement, they don't put he's an interim. They don't put that he's an interim. They just say, Carrick, welcome back. They don't use the word interim. They don't. They said till the end of the season.
A lot of people are using it against him, man. Like it's just called.
So the point I want to make is this: we've seen it, right? A lot of you know footballers. We know footballers. Majority of you guys who are been following football, you know footballers. Footballers will tell you they never need any excuse to have a chilled out life. They never have to, because football is such a high pressured sport. Majority of footballers are addicted to sleeping tablets. Why is that? Because they're thinking about the game. The pressure gets to them, so they need to sleep. They do They all have this sleeping tablet flipping kind of addictions that most people don't know about. But one thing about a football, especially at United, you don't want to ever give them an excuse to down tools. So the biggest thing for me, it's not even about tactics. It's not about that other than the being compact. Whatever United are doing on a football pitch has to be compact. There can't be gaps. And 10 players, because our defense is not good enough, 10 players have to defend when we lose the ball. But the most important thing has to get his mentality, and everybody has to get into the mentality and think there's something still to fight for.
That's what I was going to say.
And that's the most important thing.
I was going to ask Leon, yeah? Big up Nordin. I was going to ask Leon, no. When you look at the players, yeah, as much as we bash the players, there are still quality players to choose from. Cunha, I know people will go mad at him. We'll have a conversation. Mbumo, Sesko, you got Amad Diallo. You know what I mean? Like, you still got a Bruno Fernandes that now in his natural position can offer. Mainu now back in his position. Casemiro, whether you like him or not, man, there's periods where everyone's saying that he's the best player in the football club at one point. Do you know what I mean? Defensively, there is problems. We're gonna have to wait for Mazraoui to get back in there. But there is still players to play for. Man, if I can look at this Man United team and say we've got flaws, I can say something about Liverpool. I've watched them; they're not that great. Chelsea have got flaws at centre back. So is this about like trying to minimize the faults and just getting better percentages out of our players, Leon?
100%. I don't know. I don't agree with you, Nuruddin, man. The squad's not that bad. It depends what you like. I think one question I'll say back to you, Nuruddin, straight away before I say more is, what is your expectation based on what you're saying? So obviously you're saying, board level you've been consistent with, and obviously like some people got fooled by INEOS, some people didn't, and obviously that's evident. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you on that one. What's your expectation though? Like, so you're saying like players aren't good and manager and Carrick, like what is your expectation? Because my expectation is I know this squad can make top four with a manager that does the basics. That's what I know. What's your expectation?
I genuinely don't think you understand our midfield. Midfield is a mess. The fullback areas is a mess. Because
I don't believe that.
It depends what his expectation is. If it's win the league, then I understand where you're coming from. What's your expectation?
Well, not even that. Listen, all I'm saying to you is this, guys. Yeah, regardless whatever the coach was, whether it was Ten Hag, whether it was Amorim, especially Amorim, Manchester United have only won in 11 months. Manchester United have won 9 games. You can take that to anybody and any bank, whatever you want, take it. That is not good enough. There is structurally something really bad. So the point I want to say to this is that, do you remember before we won the FA Cup and beat City? Before that, Ten Hag was insulting all of our intelligence because we called it was basketball, the vacation of football. It was like 6 on 6. It was like up and down. And then 3-4 games before the end of the season, he went compact. Wherever Manchester United were doing, whether it was mid-block, low block, or high press, they were together. We went to that final. We beat City with that game plan. The point I want to make to say is that I believe 100 million% when I've been there with the eye test and when I watch them on television, Manchester United, there isn't anybody who can consistently pass the ball, can even get what Rance was saying earlier about getting the ball. And like that DNA, when you're having a discussion with DNA before, there's somebody that can actually just pink it over the top. If that ball needs to be played, play it. There is nobody other than a guy who just spams it. He'll do 100 times and maybe he'll come off once. And that's Bruno Fernandes. Nobody else in this football team, because Kobe's not played, and I'm not putting it on Kobe. His development has been stunted. We don't know what kind of player he's going to be. When I look at the midfield, I see huge gaping holes.
Casemiro can do that, man.
We've seen
Casemiro do that.
Let me finish. Let me just say this. Whether we are, especially when we're off the ball, and the rest of the players not acting. You saw it against Burnley. You saw it against Brighton. When you that's the thing I'm worried about on Saturday. We're there for 10. See you later, mate. If we don't engage people, if we don't get at their faces, we're going to be. And that's the type of thing we need. Now, had Manchester United done this? Yes. Is it in these players? Had saw it consistently? Can't do it. You still got Luke Shaw and Diego Dalot at the football club. What the fuck does that tell you? And when you play 4 at the back, Rance will tell you, you need those guys. The fullbacks give the balance to the whole 4-3-3. They have to either go in there, they have to go wide, they have to be consistent. Have they got the legs? No, we don't have the legs. We don't have the legs.
Nuruddin, here's my
your internet. Nuruddin. Your internet's moving, man. Come in and out.
Yeah.
I think going back to it, Leon, I think it comes down to what Carrick does in terms of what he wants from Casemiro and Mainu, right? So with Amorim, right, he would get Bruno Fernandes going forward in the midfield too. It was actually detrimental to the team. What we have to see right now is the two have to stay together now, Mainu and Casemiro. And if Mainu does go, you've got to then say to Bruno, right, you come back in. It's just about accountability. We didn't have that.
We saw that with Rude, though. We saw that with
Rude. Yeah, exactly.
Rude. I personally think that it should be a 3 in whatever shape you think it is. Even if you play a 4-2-3, 4-2-3-1. It's the instructions you give the players, what you tell them to do when they attack and what you tell them to do when they defend. We all know of like the basic teams in the league. If you play 4-2-3-1 and you play a 10 that likes to get up, there's certain times where that 10 needs to join the midfield, even as a body. We used to do it with players like, even though we played in the wrong position, we used to do it with players like Juan Mata and stuff like that, where he's not physically anything. Eriksen, not anything, but it's just the shape that you set up the team with. A lot of these managers just literally say to the player, go and do what you want, and there's no accountability to even like coming back, filling gaps, blocking passing lines, pressing. There's nothing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, as long as we put 3 in there, or put a 2 and 1 in ahead of them, and actually give them the right instructions. It sounds like basic shit, guys, but this is just not what we've been doing, innit? Like, it's very easy for a team, innit? Like, to counter press against us when they go, do you know what? There's 1 player and there's 3 of us. You don't need quality.
Yeah.
Leon, but the argument is for that, though, it's not just as simply as instructions. I feel like you can't fool me. When I'm looking at the games, it's simple passes. So, like, Carrick isn't going to suddenly come in and tell Mainu and Casemiro to make 10, 15-yard passes and let it get to their man. They weren't doing that from the get-go. So, like, no one's saying there won't be an improvement when Carrick comes in, or we might play better, or going forward it might be better. But, like, long-term, it's not.
We're not talking. I'm not talking about long-term. I'm talking about getting top 4 this season. I don't think we can
even if we do.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think anybody can talk about long-term. What does long-term mean with Man United right now? What does that even mean?
Next 6 months.
What does it mean? They don't have a foundation. So.
Yeah, Leon, I understand that, but I don't want it to look like Carrick comes in all of a sudden he's Harry Potter. Like, instructions or no instructions, you should be able to do a 15, 20-yard pass, or when you get the ball, you shouldn't just try and look to just boot it or whatever. Get it in a place where it's going to go to your teammates or it's going to advance, it's going up the pitch. These guys are simply not doing that. So it's not just about, you give them basic instructions, don't do it, don't try and do too much, try and find forward line or give it into Bruno to try and find final third. It's not just that. I'm seeing you're getting the ball from defense and your first pass is crap. You're losing. You're jogging around like this thing with Mainu. Everyone thinks I've got it out for Mainu. I haven't. My thing is just like, one is like what Ruben Amorim said before he got sacked. There's some players that got played for necessity rather than them being actually ready for the chance on opportunity. I've always said this. I believe Mainu is a very good, talented player, but I don't believe he should be starting for United. I think he should be in and around the first team, and developing that way. Sorry?
Who should be starting ahead of him in that 8 role?
In the 8 role, you spent 60 million on Nagate.
But you don't play him though. If you don't believe
me personally, again, I don't rate him either. But again, just because the 60
million pounds, you still got to make the decision. You still got to make the decision.
Take the pressure off and bed him in.
Yeah, exactly. All I'm saying.
No, but there's no pressure. You just got to rate. You got 2 players. You got Ugarte and Mainu, and you have to pick who's better. You just got to pick. Forget the money. You've got 2 players as a coach. Who do you rate?
In any other circumstances, I would agree, but it's not that simple because
you're on mute, Australia.
Oh, I'm mute.
I don't know why you're mute.
No, you're not. It's not.
Oh, you're not. Sorry, my bad.
No, yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's that simple. It would be like the equivalent of like, someone like Phil Foden and Savino, and Savino stinking out the gaff and Phil Foden's there. He's far enough in his career, and he's got like a stint in the Premier League and in the Champions League as well to argue like, play me. Mainu has
I would agree with you had he not had the season already here and he was just coming as a new signing. Yeah. If he was coming off the back as a new signing for 60 million, I'd say cool, he has to start. But because you've got a 12-month period where you've seen him and you've seen what you've done, you've got enough now to judge him on 12 months. You're no longer judging him on that we bought him for 60 million 18 months ago. You're judging him on you've been at United for a year. Are you better than Kobe Mainu? The answer is no, so you sit on the bench, regardless of how much we bought you. And that's the problem. One of the things Noradine mentioned before was that we've only won 9 games or something like that. But the issue that we were told before was that to win games, you need to score goals. Then we were told this season, we've only been outscored by one team. So what's going on here? We've only been outscored by 1 minute. We've only been outscored by one team, but you need goals to win games. So obviously it's not just the goals that you need to win games, because we can't be like the second highest goal scorers and we're still not winning games. But obviously we saw that there was a default in Amrin's system in terms of how many goals we conceded. So Carrick is not coming here to make us score goals, because we're already one of the highest scorers in the Premier League to convert that into wins. He's coming to show it up and change. It's not that deep.
Okay, fair enough. If I wanted to agree with you in that sense, he's coming to shore it up. Yeah, no worries at all. But again, it still doesn't defeat from my argument. Yeah, what you said is right in terms of the players and stuff. But then I'm not just concentrating on the players. I'm looking at the infrastructure. I'm looking at the higher ups who made that decision, who spent £60 million, knowing it hasn't worked out, and you haven't got a backup plan. Just like why the manager comes out after. Well, the manager has crap results for weeks, if not months. You don't say nothing, but he comes out in a press conference and he calls you out, and then you sack him because it's an emotional decision, and then you don't know who your the next proprietor is going to be for the position. You're now putting the interim. Other good functioning clubs would have things in place. At Brighton, they probably already pre-selected the next manager. They wouldn't just be running around like a headless chicken.
Right.
And I think that's where the energy needs to be. Like I said, I think this is just like a continuous cycle where, like, sack a manager, a new one comes in, they do a little bit good, and then it just happens they're not backed, and then the same thing happens again. I'm tired of looking at players that have been here for way too long, past their sell-by date. It's now people that are doing the decisions. If you're telling me it's too hard to get out these owners, cool, no worry at all. Why is Omar and why is Jason Wilcox still allowed to be here after numerous bad decisions? Doesn't make no sense. In any other walk of life, you get sacked for doing crap at your job.
Yeah.
But
the only thing I would say about the midfield, let me just say this, Musa, is that when I've looked at trust me, because I'm ill and I've got a lot of time on my hands. I'm not at work at the moment. I'm off ill. I've been watching loads, and he does vacate the midfield as well. I promise you. And Carrick cannot come and do that at Manchester United, because that's the area of the pitch he has to shore up. And that's why I agree with you, Musa. He has to show that. But at Middlesbrough, he wasn't, because he was asked about the goal scoring. One good thing about Michael Carrick is that he quickly improves players. And that's the thing that we hope and pray that he can do at Manchester United. That these players allow themselves to be improved, like the one-on-ones. Like the
Nuruddin, let me ask you a question quickly.
But he vacates the midfield, and his teams, and by the way, his teams concede goals right, left, and centre. Honestly, if you looked at what the stuff about Michael Carrick, they conceded goals through lack of indiscipline, lack of game plan. You don't know.
Leeds were like that on the Bielsa, but the people love Bielsa.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They scored loads of goals, mate. They scored loads of goals, his team.
Bielsa was different, man. Bielsa was
the same. He vacated the field.
Bielsa played man for man, for guys who played in the 4th division. Guys who were from the 5th division, 4th division guys, and he turned them into a guy who were, listen, how good Bielsa did. Turn man that played in the 4th division, got them in the Premier League, them scoring bangers, guys. 3-4 goals goal of the month. That guy needs to play for Leeds. He was with Leeds from the 4th division, and he's banging in goals 30 yarders in the Premier League against Manchester United. Let me ask you a question. Bielsa's a different level, man. That's why all of them, Pochettino, Pep Guardiola, all of them look up to him. He changed the game in the sense of high intensity. So don't compare him to Carrick.
I didn't compare him.
You saw towards the end of Bielsa.
I'm saying about the flaws and managers, though.
Leeds, he had zero money, and he was doing it with 3rd division players. He was doing it, what he did with 3rd division players.
Do you think, no, but the best I'm saying to you, would Bielsa do that sort of football at Man United, and would it be tolerated? That's the question I'm saying.
It's like the fact what happened at Middlesbrough. Did he lose players? Yes. They lost players. Yes. Did he improve players? Yes. Did he got the best out of dead players? People thought they were dead. Yes. Those things.
Michael Carrick should be good enough to get us top 4. That's it. We're not talking about winning the league.
Simple.
We're not talking about winning the league. We're not talking about competing. We're talking about hearing Champions League music at Old Trafford. That's all. That's as simple as that. I just feel like as soon as someone gets sacked, we start dreaming again and thinking where this Man United, we're just saying Carrick come in and just do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously we got issues with the board, we got issues with all of that, but even this conversation of the players are not good enough. We've got a back four of like Mazraoui, Dillit, I don't know, Martinez, Dorgu, new goalkeeper, Euro Evans. We've got a lot. My thing is this: if these players play for Newcastle and they're in Champions League and they're doing good and they're playing good football, people start talking about how we might be able to pinch one of them and bring them to Old Trafford. But it's because they're at Man United and things are going left, all of a sudden they're not good enough. A lot of our players are much better than what other clubs have to offer. That's the reality. But again,
but Musa, do you know what it is? But Musa, that's not the point though. The problem is not what players we have on paper. The problem is how we connect as a team. Because there's a lot of teams that have better teams than us, but they got worse players than us, but they got better teams than us. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I agree. But when we say the players are crap and we keep on saying the players are crap, that means every time we bring a player into this environment, then it's we might what purchasing players. Because I looked at Cunha in the summer and I looked at Mbumo and I was thinking about Amrin and what I saw in the Europa League, and I said these men can't help this youth. Just keep Ahmad and keep Toby. That's what I just thought. They cannot help this brother. But they came in, and now I'm hearing Saeed. I remember the stat that Cunha's, no one walks more than Cunha in the league. Now I see Saeed telling Cunha, you better stop walking, my guy. This is what I'm saying. But I told you what happened. Because, like, for me, Cunha's got to be a striker. I don't see anything else. He's got to be a striker. He needs to put that ball in the back of the net. I'm just saying, forget when, as a false nine, and me and D said was saying in the group, as a false nine, because you see what you're asking him to do, I've never seen him do it. This keeping the ball, controlling it, and doing all of that. I've just seen him pick up the ball, run, drop 1-2 shoulder, man. Every time I used to see reels of Cunha, I was chasing him. That's all I know. Man was just chasing him. All I saw is him getting chased.
I don't think him and Bruno can play together, but that's
that's what I'm saying. You can't have him. But I think Bruno still, even though they can't play together, I think Bruno still got more about him as a 10 in terms of rather than Cunha. Cunha just needs to find the back of the net. He's a different type of forward. But it's not like we got bare forwards. We've got Sesko, Zertsky and Cunha. That's someone banging the goal.
Musa, you know the problem is, we have different forwards that have different traits and stuff like that. So even some left footers, why are we just not playing a fluid 3, the interchange? It just makes sense.
That's what I was going to say.
Just play a fluid 3 and let them out figure out. Because let's be honest, they're not shit ballers. They'll find the net. They'll play some good football. Like they know how to occupy. Like Mbumo and Ahmad and Cunha and Sesko, they know how to occupy space.
Ballers will play.
He needs to go watch Aguero. He needs to watch. Cunha needs to watch Aguero and figure it out. Like Cunha, someone needs to just put him in a room. Let him watch Aguero and figure it out. Watch this cue. Watch how he moves. Watch how he presses. Because Cunha's got an engine on him, and he likes, and he can kind of, he can get involved in the press. And that's why I'm putting him as a false 9. Is he a Harry Kane, blah, blah, blah? No, he's not that. But does he know where the back of the net is? Well, I thought he did until we got him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So my thing is, as a false 9 who can also get involved in pressing and defending, but then also can be at the end to finish the ball, he's not the worst option because he's meant to be a Prem proven out of everyone that we got.
It's not going to It's not going to lie. It's top forward this team. Yeah, go on, Strella. Huh? Is no one going to check Musa for saying that Carrick can finish top 4 with this team?
Bro, but why not? When you look at the
Strella, you know the crack that I talked about. You know the crack that Omar Barada, Wilcox.
What's going on?
The crack that the Glazers.
You know what is it, Strella? Let me ask you a question.
You know what they've done to that crack? They fed it to the Mandem. I'm telling you.
But let me ask you a question, though, Strella. Yeah. Do you rate what Liverpool are doing right now?
The only reason why we could finish that is because there's a collapse. There's a collapse of the.
No, hold on a minute. Let me ask Strella a question. Do you rate Liverpool what they're doing right now? Do you think they're playing well? Do you think they're doing good right now?
Yeah, they're more consistent than Manchester.
No, they're not. They're not.
And what are you talking about? They've won more games than Manchester United. Manchester United
how many?
That doesn't make them more consistent.
Yes, exactly. More games, They've won
brother. They have won
more games.
They won 2 more games on us. 2 more games on us, yeah? They won 2 more games on us, yeah?
They've lost more games
than us.
They've lost more than us.
They've lost more games than us, by the way, as well. You know what I mean? So are you gonna add that stat as well? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you gonna add that stat as well.
We've drawn more games than them.
I agree.
Where we going with it? Where we
I'd
going
rather
with it?
lose. If you said to me, I'd rather lose than a draw.
No, but my point is that they're not amazing. Their style of football's been poor. There's a lot of families. There's a lot of the Liverpool families that want to
can bail them out.
Would you rather lose 5 games in a row or draw 5 games in a row?
They've got people who can bail them out.
Would you rather lose 5 games in a row or draw 5 games in a row?
They look consider. Do you think we can go to
That's
Arsenal
what I
and
thought.
do that second half performance? They took Arsenal apart in the second half.
Yeah, so we went to Anfield and beat Liverpool. You know what I mean? It can happen. My question is though that the level of how better Liverpool are though is not great as everyone thinks it is. Chelsea at the minute as well, new manager. They're gonna have to.
I hate draws. I hate draws in football.
Yeah. Let him respond already. Go on.
So when you was asking, do I rate what Liverpool are doing? No, not necessarily. But then I'm not going to get caught in this foolishness, though, respectfully, because it's like Liverpool, Chelsea, they all have better infrastructure than us. Whether or not you agree with what is currently going on at their respective clubs, at least they either have an infrastructure which has a structure of what they want to see mapped out, and they've been backing those managers. Like, you're not going to tell me top 4 is possible with Patrick Dorgu, Dalot, and Mazraoui. Like, I'm not doing revision.
Why not?
I'm not going to do revision. Remember, I told you.
Mazraoui is a top.
Me and Nuruddin told you
in the final
before Dorgu came in. Me and Nuruddin told you what type of player he was like, and I said that, bro, he can't even deliver a ball in the final third correctly. He misplaces normal passes. Yes, he's got a good engine and he's a very raw talent, but I don't think he should be starting for us. Then you move over to the right side. Dalot is just wasted, so I'm not going to talk about him. Mazraoui, he's like a sturdy 6. Going forward,
man. You're disrespectful, man.
Going forward,
you're disrespecting Mazraoui big time.
Don't watch him.
That's a disrespect.
I watch him for United. I watch him for United. I watch him for United. And
watch everyone for United, but no one who plays for United is better than a 6. That's the point. But it doesn't mean that's their ability. Who for United is better than a 6? Okay,
cool. If we're just dissecting what he actually does for United and playing right back or right-sided back of the picture, when he's going forward,
we bought him. He was arguably our best player.
Please, let me just land. When I see Mazraoui on the ball, I don't feel like any thought of hope he's going to go down the wing and deliver a ball in.
He's been playing wing back, bro. That any position. You watch him from Morocco. Again. I'm not going to watch. No, we're not doing this because we are. We are watching.
I'm not looking at what you do at other places. I care about what you do.
I'm just letting you know what he was doing at left back.
But if you don't rate United, why do you care?
I don't care what they do anywhere else. I asked about what
you don't rate United. Why do you care what they do at United when you don't rate United? But you don't rate it. Yeah, but you don't rate it. 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 You know what it is? That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of Mbappe being the best player in the world. You don't rate United. He can't get no goals, and you say Mbappe's crap. What are you on about? That's equivalent. And you start telling me I don't care what he does at France. I don't care what he did at Real Madrid. I don't care what he did at PSG. It's what he does at United. What are you talking about? United haven't done anything.
Musa, question. What has Mazraoui done for United?
What do you mean? What has he done for United?
What's anyone done for Man United? That's the point. Listen. 1 minute. Let me land, Strella. Let me land. No, I rate Euro, I rate Mazraoui, I rate Kobe Mainu, I rate Cunha, I rate Mbumo, I rate Ahmad, I rate all these players, but none of them's done anything in this environment. The same environment you was dissing, talking about is come from the board and what they've created. No one's doing anything. Does that mean that I'm going to sit here and say that all of these players are crap because they haven't done nothing in this environment? The question is, what did Mazraoui do before he got here? He was playing for some of the best teams in world football. We didn't buy him from flipping Portsmouth. We got him from Bayern Munich. What are we doing here?
Musa, can I respond now, please, calmly?
Go on.
When I said Mazraoui ain't good, just because I'm not calling him shit, he's just not up to the standard of. This is what a lot of people get like emotionally invested in. When someone says someone's not good enough, we're not calling the person crap, because to be a professional athlete, especially a footballer, is one of the hardest things to do. But for United standards, he's not good enough.
What? Strella? You know why I'm upset, Strella? You know why I'm upset? You know why I'm upset, Strella? You know why I'm upset, Strella? I'm not upset at you, Strella. I'm upset because I think the standard at United is so poor for you to say that you're good enough for it is disrespectful. What's our standard? What's our standard?
But hold on, what is the standard you're talking about when you just said right
Yeah,
now?
what is it?
United can't get top 4. So what's the standard for Man United then right now in this current state? Because you believe right now Man United can't get top 4.
This is my standard of a player.
I'm asking what's the standard of Man United right now? What's the standard?
What's the standard?
It's when times get tough, yeah. You know, there's certain players when times get tough, like McTominay used to do it all the time, and so did Fred. Where like if anyone's played football, you know what I'm talking about. You might be under the cosh, you're trying to get out, and there's players pretend that they want the ball, but they don't want the ball. They're hiding from it. I want players in certain situations when it gets tough, they don't hide. If anything,
doesn't hide.
Mazraoui don't hide. Estrella, in the first season we've got Mazraoui, he was one of the best players at the club. Everybody was saying it. He was so good. He was so good.
You're only as good as your last game in football. Everyone knows this.
Why are we doing everybody else, Musa?
No, I don't think he has.
Why are we doing revisionism? It's not even just arguing about Mazraoui. If you go around the whole team, yeah, this is the same team that finished 15th or 17th last season or whatever. All of a sudden, with Bayern and Mbeumo, Sesko and Cunha.
And Liverpool won the league last year.
That now justifies us to finish top 4. What are we doing here?
No, hold on. You can't use that logic. Okay. Let me use the same logic with Liverpool. Liverpool have won the league title last year, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Saeed.
Yeah. 500 million, and now look where they are. So you can't use that logic.
So can I respond to that? If you ask these men in the group chat that I'm in with Kazan that year, I said that when they even linked with Isaac, yeah, I said that when you got too many ingredients, it's like what Real Madrid used to do. When you buy bare superstars, it messed up what you have.
It don't matter though. But the whole point is,
but Real Madrid have made it work though. They've made a superstar team.
No. Real Madrid's most successful time is when they actually had a core unit, a unit team. PSG, they won the Champions League by doing what? By creating a core unit team and moving away from just buying superstars.
If you don't expect this drop off though to be where they are,
of course, you never expected the drop off to be this bad.
To be 15th.
But the same time, I did know they were going to go through hard times. But if we're going back to United again, please tell me with these players in what sense?
Why are we gassing up top? This is the reason why
I think he's there.
I swear down, bro. It's actually rubbish.
Saeed, you know, I agree. No, but I agree with Estrella though. The reason why he doesn't think the team's top 4 is different to my reason. But I still think the players are not as bad as we say they are. But
yes.
Are you saying we're the 4th best team in the league as a team?
It's not even a good thing.
Look at the team.
Chelsea last year.
Chelsea are better than us, I think. I think Chelsea are closer. Chelsea are better than us.
Chelsea last year.
Chelsea are better than us.
Guys, you don't need to realize how bad the top 4 was last year. Chelsea got into the last season by winning Nottingham Forest, yeah. After, let's be honest, from January onwards, yeah, they fell off a cliff. They were poor after January, and they just about got into the top 4, and that's how bad it is.
We finished 15th.
No, I'm telling you how bad the league is. To get top 4 now, as much as hold on a minute, you're gonna let me land. What I'm saying to you is, I don't think it's gonna be one of them things where it's gonna be a mad achievement or it's gonna be. It shows how made and how good they are. It just shows you how bad.
As far as Noradine and Strella's concerned, if this team get top 4, they've done a fantastic achievement, and every single one of them. Yeah, and every single one of them should get a new contract, and Carrick should get a new contract as well. Because it's something which is impossible. Now, one minute, let me land. Because it's something impossible to be seen from such a poor team that doesn't have good players, that doesn't have a good system. No, 1 minute. So if it's so poor and so crap, and somehow Carrick manages to get us top 4, he should be given a new 2-year contract without no questions. Because why? Because you're saying it's the impossible job. So if someone makes the impossible possible, now 1 minute. That's what I'm saying. So if someone makes the impossible possible, why shouldn't he get the job?
Yeah, that's the
Musa.
He got you there, guys.
Go on. I'll speak after.
He got you there. What are you going to say then?
He hasn't got me there. Let me finish. Go ahead.
First of all, I don't necessarily believe that we can finish top 4 with this set of players. But in the same breath, if you look at our squad,
here we go.
No, it's not here we go. If you look at our squad,
2 seconds, he just let him out finish. Let him land.
Word to Fabrizio. Here we go.
And if you look at our squad and compare it, and you compare it to our wage structure in comparison to all the other elite players in the Premier League, what we pay our people.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Can you let him land? 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 Can you let him land?
Musa, the passengers are anxious. Let him land. Let him land.
It's not far-fetched for me to assume that a qualified manager could get the best out of someone that you're paying 300k a week to, one of the most best players or one of the most best paid players in their relative position in the Premier League. So when we're saying we have a bad team, yes, we do have a bad team when you're looking at it. The individuals in the team, I'm not saying if you had a better manager, couldn't finish higher, I wouldn't expect higher. Carrick now, if he makes us finish top 4, I wouldn't give him the job. Why? Because one, he's not qualified, and I've seen this dance before where we've been in deep bad positions. You've got previous members that have been part of United. They got us through a tough time, and you rewarded them. And then what happened? It was the long goodbye, and it set us back further and further. And now people even have the audacity to say Ruben Amorim has set us even further. Like what Oli didn't do wasn't already hideous. So like all of this if Carrick does it, just give him the job.
No, that's not the question.
No. I'm just saying at some point we all need to have an adult conversation and actually look at this like seriously. Like how many times do you want to repeat the same mistake?
No, I agree. But what I'm trying to say is though, what you've now used could be used against Liverpool. They should be in the top 4 because they've spent a lot of money. Same way with Sunderland. If I want to be shameless here, I should say Sunderland should reach top 4 because they spent 200 million. Because of what they spent, Xhaka, all these players. But you can't. That's not a nuanced conversation. We can't. Not everything football is black and white. You have to understand that there's context behind it. They've just come back from the Championship. It's their first season Premier League. So there's so much circumstances behind Sunderland as to where they are. Can't just say money, contracts, high-paid players. No. I believe if United get top 4 this season, I don't think it's a testament to how good Man United are. I think it's how the league is poor. But at the same time, you have to be honest and say, yo, if they get top 4, United can do it. There's a possibility United can do it. I think you guys
United can do anything. Man United can do anything.
No, they can get into top.
Goals win you games. When we weren't scoring goals, everyone said Man United can't do it because they don't score goals. Goals, no, but that's what I'm saying. So that means that. But the point is now we know what the manager has to do. Goals win you games. First, it was we can't score. The players ain't good enough. Now the players are scoring goals. It's something else. There's always a reason. There's always a reason why Man United can't do this and we can't do that. We're poor. What we're saying is this: we've seen enough from this team this season that if we get a manager who comes in and stabilizes the ship, we can get top 4. Why? Because the league ain't that big. The league ain't that serious this season. And on top of that, we're not that many points behind. And we don't see that as a massive achievement because Carrick gets top 4, top 5. He should get the job. We're not saying that. But we're saying if he gets it in style and players are becoming better and they're doing well, there's a conversation to be had. But then we have you on the other side saying that the players are poor and it'll be a miracle to do it. I don't think it's a miracle.
Yeah. It's too.
Okay, can I just come in 1 second, Trella? 1 second, Trella. Listen, if my aunt was my uncle, I'll be a rich man. Yeah, let's just put it that way. Manchester United in this current phase and this current team, I broke it down again. We've got structural player profile problems. There are clear players that are not good enough. Masraoui, if you want to say, is the best of the bad bunch. Midfield is there to be seen. Whether it's Ten Hag, whether it's bloody Oli, who was before Ten Hag? Who was before Ten Hag? Was it Oli? Oli.
Yeah.
Whether it was Ten Hag, whether it was Amorim, whatever the coaches is, Manchester United shipping goals right, left, and centre. Manchester United finished 15th last season. Manchester United lost. So regardless of what, there is a. I showed a graph. I swear to God, I wish I bookmarked that graph. I showed it. The decline of Manchester United and the decline of midfield has been the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, I agree.
The decline of it is there. So we've never addressed that. So then how do we consistently, and you can stop the comparison. Everybody can see the league is really inconsistent. Like somebody made the
yes.
big up, I don't know who it was, put down, that there is 11 points between 4th and bottom, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
There's not that many points. Manchester United are 7 points away from top 4. but they're also like 8 points from being in 15, 16. So all of it. So the league is in a mashup, and the bigger teams, the bigger football clubs, are not performing to their full potential. Other than Arsenal, who were doing it with that type of football. Yeah. At the end of the day, there is an opportunity for Manchester United maybe to finish in the Champions League places. But do I, in my hand of heart, you want me and Estrella, in our hand of heart, to believe in these players who have failed under these managers? And in the last 13 years, I want to remind you, the record is
they haven't failed.
Manchester United have qualified more for Europa League than they've ever qualified for the Champions League. So I just want to.
But what you're saying, but what you're saying is, let me give it a point. Let me give it what you said there, Nordine. But that's not 1 minute. But that's not fair. You know what it is, though, Nordine? When you do your analysis, and this, I just want to pull you on this part. When you compare Ruben Amorim to managers that finished second in the league and won trophies, it's not fair. Not everyone can win it. When you Eric Ten Hag won how many trophies? 2 trophies. Finished second or third in the league.
Who finished second in the league? What, Ollie?
Ollie.
What was the point gap? What was the point gap?
Listen, no, 1 minute. Let me say it. When you compare, when you compare Ruben Amorim to managers like Jose and Ollie,
they all got sacked because they weren't good enough.
1 minute. They wasn't good enough to win the league. It's not that they weren't good enough to get top 4. What you don't understand, Amorim is out on his own. The guy's struggling to get top 4. He's not in the same league. Managers before got sacked because they were what? Managers got sacked. 1 minute. Listen, 1 minute. I'm not revisionist. Managers got sacked for not winning the league.
In Champions League. Ollie was sacked when they were still trying to get in Champions League. Ten Hag was sacked when he finished 8th. So give it a rest, will ya? All of them got sacked.
They won trophies.
Places.
He's saying what he's saying is they won trophies. They won trophies.
It's a different time. Football's advanced.
So you're gonna compare Ruben Amorim's 15th in the league, losing the cup final, to managers who finished 3rd and 2nd, like Jose, won a European trophy, and then in his last season he couldn't get the players to play for him. It's totally different. We were once upon a time sacking managers for not being able to get over the line and win the league or finish top 4. Now we're trying to give managers flipping new contracts for just getting top 5. It's totally different. You used to get sacked.
I cannot let this pass. Nobody at Manchester United in the last 13 years got the sack because they couldn't win the league. Everybody got sacked because of the Champions League. They couldn't finish in the Champions League. And the people that sacked
they got sacked. It wasn't the Champions League. Listen. There's a context. 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 You're missing the context. There's a context. Let me hear the context is this. In your 3rd season, after being back to the tune of over 300 million in the last 2 years, you're expected to compete for the league. Those managers, Ollie and Jose, were not competing for the league. They weren't even getting top 4. That's why we sacked them. When Jose finished 3rd and then 2nd, and he won the European trophy, he was expected in his final year to compete. But when he was so far off, we didn't even get Jose. If Jose stayed, he had a chance of finishing top 4. Do you remember the point gap that Jose got sacked? You said that it wasn't mathematically impossible for him to get top 4 when we sacked him. What are we doing here?
I'm sorry. That's the revision. Sorry, no, I've got to come back to this. I've got to set the record straight. I've got to set the record straight. No coach, I want to repeat to the audience, no coach in Manchester United ever got the sack because they couldn't win a league or challenge for a league. They all got the sack. And you know what? I love these revisionist historians. The fan base is so... Musa, you invented concuss.
Bring the points, Saeed, bring the points when Jose got sacked and if it was mathematically impossible to finish top 4.
What happened in the Jose last season? Okay. Let me give you a fact.
No, you said he couldn't get top 4. You said he couldn't get top 4.
Let me give you the facts of what happened with Jose. Jose threw in the towel. We went to pre-season.
You said he couldn't get top 4. You said he couldn't get top 4. You said he couldn't get top 4. You said
no. They looked at the table.
No, you said no, Jose. You said Jose got sacked. You said Jose got sacked because he couldn't finish top 4.
Oh my God.
Take a breath.
Right, when was Jose sacked? Jose was sacked in December, close to Christmas. Manchester United was 7th or 6th, something like that, 8th in the table. The reason why he was sacked. Listen,
Jose Mourinho, hold on a minute. Jose Mourinho was on 26 points in the Premier League when he was sacked.
And what was the club atmosphere saying? What was the club atmosphere?
What was the atmosphere? You said he couldn't get top 4. You said he couldn't get top 4. You said he couldn't get top 4. Now he's talking about atmosphere. Now he's talking about atmosphere.
Forget the atmosphere.
Forget the atmosphere.
Did the players say Khalas to Jose? Yes or no? The players, by that time, the dressing became so toxic. Jose got headed out. Players down too. Same thing when he went to Chelsea. He went to Chelsea, won the league. The season after, they finished 17 and he got the sack. So
my point is this. My point is this. My point is this. My point is this. Saeed. No, my point is this.
Ollie got the sack. Ollie got the sack because he could. They found out the Glazers looked at and said, he's already not finishing top 4.
No, Noridin, you're not Noridin, you're not being fair. 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 You said
on this channel.
You said okay, let me land there.
United were 8 points behind. Let me check. Let me give you.
Look at that.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
You are trying to gaslight us, bro.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. Because you got it wrong.
No, nobody got a sack at Manchester United.
Put him on mute. You have to mute him.
Let me mute because this I've had enough now. United, right? For the context, yeah. For the context,
no, you're not muting me. That's a waffle.
For the context, yeah. Manchester United. Hold on a minute. Let me land though. Man United were 8 points behind top 4 at the time. So Musa does stand correct in that. What your argument was in terms of the top 4 race. Hold on a minute. Let me land before you give your point, Nordin. United were only 8 points behind top 4 race at the time.
Saeed,
I get what you're trying to say. The atmosphere was toxic though. No, I agree.
1 minute. No, you spoke. Let me land. Let me land. Let me land.
Fucking Musa, Saeed. Move Musa now. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from Musa.
You smoke. You need muted. You smoke.
I don't want to hear from Musa.
You smoke. You smoke. You spoke.
Okay.
You're capping. Noridin is Noridin.
Nobody got the sack of United.
Musa, let him land.
Nobody got the sack.
Musa, make your point now. Make your point now. Noridin, make your point. Make your point. No, hold on, Noridin. You can't hold on.
I don't want to shout. I want to make my point.
Okay, now make it to the point that I made.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point. Ollie, come out in the overlap. Players already said, see you later.
Oh, my day.
You know what he did at Watford? You know what he said at Watford? You know what he said to them at Watford? He started crying. Players started crying. And you know what he said? Whoever wants to play, go out there and play. Some of the players, because they knew it was the end. And then he was like, I was waiting for the phone call. And guess what? The phone call happened. Every manager, it became toxic. With Jose, Saeed, I remember pre-season in the US, it got so toxic when they bought the youth players because some of the players were injured and some of the I don't know, it was a tournament or something. The majority of the big squad was not there, and they bought in kids. And Jose was like, "Kids, what am I gonna go do this? I need signings, right, left, and center." Ollie was the same, never backed in midfield. Forced Ronaldo onto it. It became toxic, and his position became untenable. Jose was one of the most toxic coaches at Manchester United. He got so toxic that he started slamming doors, slamming tables, saying 3, 3, 3. I want 3 because that's how toxic he got. So this revisionist historian cap, you're not telling that to me, and I'm never hearing it. The biggest problem at Manchester United was that coaches who come, they back you for a bit. The plan was there. The cycle was there. We drew the diagram. When you first come in, you get back. You qualify for Champions League. Everybody at the club is happy. The Champions League becomes a problem. This was under the Glazers, not under INEOS, under the Glazers. Yeah. You become the Champions League becomes a threat. They sack you. Then they bring the next guy. They back him. They fight for top 4. You don't get in, you get headed up. The point is this: no coach at Manchester United in the last 13 years got the sack because they were not challenging for a league title. That is the biggest cap ever. And I don't give a fuck. Let me finish. No, I'm not done yet. I don't care, Saeed, if they were 20 points behind top 4 or they were 2 points behind top 4. Every coach's position in terms of the dressing room became untenable. That's why they left. Ollie's telling you, everybody was crying, including him, against Watford. Jose, they gave him a contract. Remember when he came out and said, "Oh, my son likes to go to Paris." Saeed, how many? The videos are on this channel, and me breaking it down that he swindled them. They give him a new contract, and then he was talking about Paris and Jamaica. Oh, my son goes to the Eurotunnel, go and watch Paris. Paris is a nice city. Woodward and not panic. They give him a new contract. And Jose, by that time, was done with the players. He drops Pogba right, left, and centre. And he even boasted about it. He said, "I dropped Pogba and played McTominay." And that because you wanted a sack. Because you wanted a sack. And then the majority dressing room turned against you. And that's why you headed out. We don't give a fuck. And I mean fuck about whether you could get Champions League or not. You lost the dressing room. Good night, Vienna. I rest my case. Don't cap the fan base and tell them that they could. United managers got sacked because they had to challenge for a league title. No, they didn't. Glazers only asked about Champions League. And Manchester United.
You see how contradictory. You see how contradicting that is.
For Europa than they have for the the Champions League.
You see how contradictive. You see how contradictive. You see how contradictive that is. The fact that he says no manager got sacked because they couldn't win the league, that the Glazers only wanted top 4, but sack a manager who's only played 20 games and is 7 points off the top 4, who could easily, Jose in his third season at Man United could have easily finished in the top 4. But do you know what that means? If he finishes in the top 4, it means it's a successful season to the Glazers. So what? You might keep him on, but it's irrelevant because Jose Mourinho. The reason Jose Mourinho lost the dressing room is because there was no chance of him winning the league. He could have got top 4 with that team. He started falling out with players because he didn't believe they had the ability and the mentality to compete for a league. When you're in your 3rd season at Man United, you're not there to get top 4 in your 3rd season. When Man United back you in the summer with 300 million, 200 million pounds.
Back him as well, by the way. They didn't back him.
They didn't back nobody. Saeed, where's this waffle?
Listen. What are you talking? Mute Norridine.
Take a breather, man. Take some fresh air, bro.
This is crazy.
Listen,
madness.
I'm about to
madness.
One minute. Mourinho in his first 2 seasons. Mourinho in his first 2 seasons was back to the tune of nearly £500 million. If I can remember correctly, in his first 2 seasons, or around 400 million, 200 in the first. Yeah. The 3rd season, they saw that as far as the club was concerned, like I said, if it was only top 4, yes. He got close. So as far as the club was concerned, as we know the Glazers, they thought that they had spent enough money on this man to build a team that can actually compete. But they could tell that this team wasn't going to compete for the league and Jose was losing the dressing room. But it had nothing to do with, Jose can't get top 4, so we're going to sack him. Of course he could have got top 4. It's always to win the league in your 3rd season. It's a project. The project isn't to sit around for 3 seasons and just get top 4. So when a manager of the caliber of Jose Mourinho, who's been back to the tune that he's been back to, and you can see he's losing the dressing room and will not win the league, it's irrelevant if he gets top 4. Who cares if Jose gets top 4 in his 3rd season? So of course he was sacked for not competing in his last year. He had to compete for the league to have any chance.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right in that aspect of he couldn't really. He was basically. It was damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, in a sense. That's why Mourinho does. Hold on a minute.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Hold on.
Are you alive, Strella? Are you alive?
Please, can you let me land my point?
Are you hearing this?
I'm trying to host the show, I'm trying to give balance out. What I'm saying is, though, it is true that when Mourinho doesn't get his way, though, he spits his dummy out. Can we all agree with that?
So does Pep. What What do you mean?
No, hold on. But Pep doesn't do what he does though as Mourinho.
You know why? Because he
blame the board. He doesn't say
what he wants.
No, but he gets what he wants. I get that. What I'm saying to you, when it goes wrong for Mourinho, it does turn toxic. We can all agree with that. He does.
Of course we do. Saeed, on the overlap, what did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer say on the overlap? Ole said on the overlap, he believed if he kept the job, he would have got top 4. He said it on the overlap.
Yeah, he did say that. He said
he believed if he kept the job, he would have got top 4. 1 minute. He was in there.
Do you not understand that they didn't believe his football anymore because they were getting humiliated week in, week out? They didn't believe in him. They did not believe in his football. They were not.
What I will say though is,
what are we doing here?
What I will say though is to back Nordin's argument.
You're a coach, Saeed. Let me finish this.
I'm just going to back your argument.
You lose the players, Saeed. When you lose the players, it's over.
I agree with that.
Ollie lost the dressing room, clearly. Jose lost the dressing room, clearly. Stop giving me revisionist BS like this is championship manager.
You're the one that's saying top 4. You're saying that the marker's top 4. The marker was never top 4.
I just gave you the classics example. Jose came back to
Chelsea.
You
spoke about...
He came back to Chelsea. He won the league. He threw the players under the bus. They ducked out. He got the sack. They finished 17th. Conte comes in. They go and win the league. Saeed, it's about the dressing room. You lose the dressing room, it's good night in Vienna. Like everybody just said,
you never said
can't sack 20. Saeed, you and him on the stream today. Saeed, when you and Rand started the stream today, you both said it's one of those things. You can't sack 20 players, right?
Yeah, you can sack the manager,
but you can sack the coach.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
So what I'm
you know why we have this debate?
Saeed, this idea of this revisionist BS.
Noridin, you know why we're having this debate?
There is
you know why we're having this debate, Noridin?
You know me.
No, Noridin. You know why we're having this debate, Noridin? You know why we're having this debate?
Last point, and then I want to get...
I'm saying, you know why we're having this debate? We're having this debate because Noridin said the reasons the 2 managers got sacked is because they couldn't make top 4. And I told him that was not true because they could have. But no, it's not because they could have.
Glazers jump.
They jumped.
The Glazers jump because they look at the dressing room, and we know that.
Now you believe the Glazers. Now you believe the Glazers. Now you believe them. Now you believe them. Now you believe the Glazers. Now you're quoting the Glazers. Now you're quoting them.
No, Musa.
So why are you quoting them?
Listen, you're remixing Musa because you know why? That's what it was. Everybody understood. What are we doing here, Saeed? I agree. Champions League was the thing. If you couldn't get Champions League, they headed you out. They backed the guy to get Champions League.
But they could get Champions League, though.
Hey, no manager has been back to win a league or to challenge for a league title at Manchester United. Not one.
Okay.
Not one.
Okay, guys. I'm going to get Texino. Texino, you wanted to say something for you in the car. Let's try and, navigate the conversation. But yeah, Texino.
Big up, man. Big up. I'm just trying to catch up on the conversation.
It was about top 4 and whether we can make it. And then it became a bit of this, that, the other. And I think we can make it. Estrella and Nuruddin are not so sure, you know what I mean, whether the squad...
midfield and the fullbacks.
Midfield and the fullbacks. Yeah.
No, we're not.
What's your
if
opinion?
If we go 5 players, we might be able to. If we go and get 3
I don't think we are.
We get 2 fullbacks. If you find 5 players...
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
There you go then.
Yeah, then we're not, What do you think, bro? Talk to me.
I think it's been so long since we've seen this Manchester United team in a completely different shape, regardless of the midfield or fullbacks that we do have currently. Even if we look back at like Diego Dallo, for example, in a back 4, there's no way he starts over Mazraoui. Does that make sense? So it's just like there's certain little things and a few factors that may play into our favor, obviously, for the remainder of the season. But I can understand exactly where Nuruddin's coming from, because you're not going to have faith. We've had these players for God knows how long. We do understand that they were managed by someone else, but we've had these players for God knows how long. They've proven week in, week out that they can't go and win certain games that we need to. So I think in the big games, we'll crumble. The games where the magnitude is much higher for us to go and win those 3 points, or the team around us has dropped points, can we go and capitalize? I don't have that much faith. by the end of the day, bro, it's 50-50. It's not a thing where it's, you know, we go for top 4 and we'll completely miss out type of thing, or it's a case where we're completely gonna, you know, maybe finish bottom half. Bro, we don't know what's gonna happen this season. This is the most unpredictable season I have ever seen in Premier League history. I've seen people talk about the Prem being the most competitive that it's ever been at. That's just a lie, because who's competing? Who is competing? That's why I ask people. So, I mean, bro, it's a weak Premier League. Of course we could capitalize on the situation. But how are we going to set up?
What do we have to do it? What do we have to do?
How are we going to set up? Bro,
Exactly.
Set up well.
Exactly.
Exactly. We haven't seen Michael Carrick in charge. We have not seen Michael Carrick in charge. So we don't know. I think the next 5 games could obviously dictate where we're going to finish. But, bro, you can't predict that now. You can't predict that now. You haven't seen him manage one game of football with these group of players.
We did see him manage 3 games for Manchester United before he left.
No, not with this group of players. Man,
yeah, not
Sancho,
with these, some of the players were in the squad.
He had different
There's at least 7 or 6 that were still here.
Nah, not the core. It was a completely different core of players.
Yeah, it was. It was, to be fair. It was.
Bruno was here. Diego Dalot was here. Harry Maguire was here. What are we doing here? Luke Shaw was here. Right? How many is that?
I think
that's 4, bro.
Shall I show you the team that was there?
Carrick can pick an 11 that wasn't here. Carrick is able to pick an 11 that wasn't here.
And now, and you know what now? Instead of shouldering the midfield, now we want a winger when we put them all a bum squad. What happened to the bum squad of wingers that we had there? What are we doing here? You know how concussed and crack cocaine concuss the whole body?
This is our team. This is the team. By the way, does this team beat the team right now? By the way, Mandem.
What team is that?
This is the last Carrick team that he was playing. This is against Arsenal, I believe, the team that played Arsenal. Does this team
I remember that.
The Man United?
I think it does.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it does.
This team is not
that is
there.
not the same squad, bro. That core, that is a completely different core, bro. From top to bottom.
Is Mbeumo better than Rashford, though?
Mbeumo's not showing shit. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Saeed? What's Mbeumo showing?
Man, why are you on so much smoke today, bro?
I am on smoke because people are telling me. People are trying to. You know why I'm on smoke, Tech? Because people are trying to tell me my eyes are lied to me when I watch Manchester United this season. My eyes don't lie to me. My eyes don't lie to me.
Okay, let's go through one by one.
Michael Carrick is a miracle worker to get this crew a place to finish for.
Okay, let's go one by one then, yeah.
Oh yeah,
one by one, yeah. So David De Gea versus Le Mans.
David De Gea, we can agree with that one. My absolute miles.
Okay, Diego Dalot and Mazraoui. Obviously, Mazraoui.
This Diego Dalot was actually a decent player. This Diego Dalot plays against us.
Lindelof, or who would be playing De Ligt, maybe. De Ligt.
No, he's been injured half of the season.
You don't do that. Is Martinez in heaven?
Okay, you know what? To be fair, it will be, yeah. Martinez in heaven on Lindelof or Maguire.
Stella, man, you're dark, man. You're dark,
you know what? You know who I would have? Martinez in heaven.
Noureddin mentioned Maguire's name, but then Saeed can't mention De Ligt. That is crazy.
Exactly. It's mad.
It's crazy.
Now.
It's mad. Anyway, Tellez or Dogu? Tellez or Dogu?
That's not even a question. Tellez.
No, are you mad, bro? Dogu is better than Tellez, bro. Tellez was shit.
Can I ask a question? With Tellez, did he have a specific set of skills?
No. Free kick.
He could deliver the ball. He could whip the ball. Yeah.
Ask Ronaldo.
Dogu could survive in the Premier League. Dogu
Did
is
you say set piece specialist?
But Dogu is better.
Before he came to United, he was a set piece specialist. Check. He definitely was.
Fairs.
Brother.
Maybe
Dogu,
Bruno was taking all the set pieces.
Me,
we don't know.
I can't lie. He's better than Tellez. I'm gonna say it anyway. Okay. Fred or Casemiro?
He's better than Ugarte.
No, Fred and Casemiro. We're not using Ugarte. Fred and Casemiro.
Yeah, Fred, he had more legs. Fred had more legs.
I'm using Casemiro. I don't care.
Fred has got more legs, mate.
McTominay
Fred don't gas out after 55 minutes. Remember that.
Okay, McTominay or Manu?
McTominay.
That's not even his position. That's not even his position.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Box guy.
So I'm just putting the question
out there. You saying McTominay?
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
2 years
God.
after that, Kobe Manu won the FA Cup for Manchester United.
This is crazy, by the way.
Mate, I'm being dead serious now. I don't want no banter. Everyone just be honest right now. So Manu, since this team's happened, yeah, what has he shown you in the last year or so? I don't want to hear nothing about. I don't want to.
He barely played.
What did McTominay do in his first 2 years?
Before all of you lot answer, I also don't want to hear the argument about injuries. What has he done in a year to tell me something?
That's glory hunter mentality, you know. That's a glory hunter. Man just wants to be with man at the top.
I mean, sir, do you know why? Do you know why that is like you're backdooring Kobbie Mainoo? And I'll tell you why. Because when McTominay first started, he was only there to do a job. Stop acting like he was there like as an asset. He was there to do a job, bro.
He was an
asset, bro.
He was dog shit.
When he first came in, his first season, if anything, he kind of saved our season, bro.
He was a shin kicker when he came in, bro. He was a shin kicker. I can't lie to you. You know what they say about Caicedo being a shin kicker? McTominay was a shin kicker when he came in at United. He was just told to be rough. Getting people
played him in the wrong position, Saeed.
Wait,
I know.
Are you talking about players from when they first came, or are you talking about players right now?
No, we're just analysing the
you just said he was better for you.
You're not analysing and say what have you done now.
I'm not changing my words. I'm talking about all the players that we're talking about compared to this team. I'm talking about what they've shown me right now, like right now. And for a year. Mainoo's been poor for a year.
Okay, I'm gonna go forward anyway.
If you have to pick now, Mainoo's been poor for a year. What are we doing?
If you had to pick Rashford or Mbeumo, who you man picking?
Rashford. You see Rashford's record at United. What are we doing here, Saeed?
Estrella, what are you picking?
Done at United?
I'm gonna be interested in what Estrella says. Estrella, what do you think, bro?
You told me he was Prem proven. You told me he was Prem proven. Now you're saying what has he done?
You don't rate Rashford, by the way.
No, what has he done at my club? What has he done at my club? And
what's anyone done? What's anyone done?
I told everybody Cunha and Mbeumo will die. Like better players than them have died at Manchester United.
What's anyone done?
Yeah, Saeed, I'll probably put Mbeumo just because you got Ronaldo, an actual striker. So,
okay, Bruno's gonna stay left wing. Sancho or Cunha, Mandem? Wow.
See the fact that no one can really answer it. You know.
Do you know
where it is?
Do you know
Was Sancho given the opportunity to play and start two seasons in a row? No, he didn't.
Thank you.
No, not really. You know, not really.
So there's not enough data.
I thought just about yeah.
And obviously Ronaldo's better than Sesko. I can't lie in terms of like what.
Let's not even debate that, shall we?
Yeah. So all in all, you know what I mean? Like it's one of them ones where I still believe though the quality that now United Carrick has got is a little bit better in the aspect of that the players that time, because Fred and McTominay, they weren't really midfielders in a sense. Like they weren't doing what they were meant to do. So as long as Carrick here can platform his players better, and I believe Steve Holland coming in is for me a good asset to bring in because you've seen what he's done in the past as well.
I think that's dangerous.
Why? But again, look at you, man. You get Southgate, man. Get out of here, man. Relax, man. Southgate ain't coming, man. Relax.
No. It's not
what is it about that then? What is it about?
It's not even to do with Southgate.
He's a good coach, man.
It's not about being a good coach. Like, really and truly, the person that we should have brought back out of everyone we keep bringing back here is Ralph Rangnick. That's the guy we should bring back.
But he ain't going to come back, bro. He's with Austria, man. He's with Austria. He's got a World Cup, man.
What people thinking that we can get linked with Tuchel, we can get linked with Zidane. Come on, are they?
You never know. They've been linked with somebody.
Wait, I'm not telling you to employ somebody to be interim or be manager. I'm just talking about an employee who can help the whole organization. You're telling me you can't go get him to be the guy? Come on.
I don't know. I just look at, you're true to be fair. Paul Pogba, Cavani, Greenwood were also in that squad, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think for me, bringing him in is better than what the Portuguese dons were bringing to the table. And Nuruddin can admit that, you know, having them guys in here is well better than the Portuguese don. At least Steve Holland knows the league. He knows what the league is about, how physical the league's going to be. So I think he's a good one. Jonathan Woodgate is his Carrick's right-hand man. Evans, I'm not going to lie to you, that is just one of them where he called his mate over and said, yo, come over. But that's just again, job for the boys. But at the same time, I do look at the coaching setup and I think it's well better for me from what I've seen beforehand of Amorim's. Amorim's is one of them ones where, apart from his set-piece coach, the rest of them, bro, what do they do? What do they help? What do they do to help?
Really quickly, before anyone else says anything, I could agree with what you're saying right there, but my thing is that these group of players, and a large portion of them, they've shown me through the years, it doesn't matter what coaching staff is there or what manager is there, they still can just do whatever they want whenever they want. So all this is why I'm not getting excited. frustration of Nuruddin as to why he's not going to be optimistic. It's like you can't just put a new something shiny in front of me and think a new change is going to happen. I've seen these players do it to numerous people, and no one's G-checking them at all. It just goes, oh, okay, they weren't playing the right position. I know these are just not so good enough. They're not good enough. Some of them are not good enough at all. Like, whatever you want to say, Patrick Dorgu is not good enough right now to be starting for us. But he is.
And you know what, Strella? Listen, Saeed, let me just say this.
Because you can't rely
all
on
the most successful managers in the history of football, from when he began till right now, will tell you the team is about players. Managers don't play the games. The team goes out there. And it's always been about good players. Rhino talked about it. Rhino, one thing I got to say about this stream, he's kept it 100, and Rhino said it's about team chemistry. It's about partnerships within the football. So he talks about you can have all the players you want on paper. Can you get them to function like a team and play like a team?
Facts.
And there's zero evidence. Everybody struggles in the last 13 years consistently at Manchester United to do it consistently. So football is about recruitment. We can have you can rate whoever you want. We don't have someone like Anderson in midfield. We don't have who's the best right back, best left back in the. We don't have any of those players. The legs and power and pace that you need.
Yeah, but no, but bro, this is my point.
We don't have those things.
I'm not hearing that. I'm just not hearing that because.
So you're telling me that our midfield is good enough? You tell me who's our best midfielder. Tell us who's our best. Okay, tell me. I'm going to move. Tell me who's our best midfielder.
Casemiro. Bro, it's not about who's our best midfielder. Can we get them to play together? You literally just said that yourself. You know, you just contradicted yourself.
And you know what?
You literally just
no. But they need to have chemistry. They need to complement each other. Have the coach in the last 2 years got the players to complement each other? No, they haven't.
What? We have not seen a combination midfield.
Every coach.
Let him land.
No, every coach that's coming.
Glory, let him land.
Let me finish this point. Ten Hag didn't believe in the midfield. He vacated it. Amorim, and I told everybody before I even got him, he's vacated the midfield. And now we've got Carrick and Middlesbrough who vacated the midfield. So what are we doing here? Are we going to invent things?
Okay, but if we set up well and compact the midfield, would the midfield be vacant? No. So this is what I'm saying. We're saying so many hypotheticals without even seeing Michael Carrick's shape. We have not seen the formula of this football team, but then we're talking about our midfield's going to be this, that. But Tielemans last season at Leicester, everyone said he was finished.
No.
Yes.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They did. You know how you're begging. You know how answer. You know how
it's all real. No BBLs.
Telling me about other players in other teams,
I'm hearing
in other coaches,
in
other football teams.
right now.
They have to start telling me about other players in other clubs, coached by different systems, by different coaches. No, good evening is not the coach of Manchester United. Tielemans is not a Manchester United player. I'm just telling you now. Ugarte's attributes, Casemiro's attributes. Kobe's we're not seen for a 17 month or whatever, 13 months. And then who's the last one we got? Bruno, who when he's out there is headless, like a headless chicken. The point is simple. Manchester United, the only time I agree with you, King, respectfully, I agree with you, Ted, is that the last 4 games of the season before the FA Cup final, Erik ten Hag stopped the foolishness. You know, when he was pulling wool over our eyes with this basketballification of football. In the last 4 games in that league, leading up to the cup final, he said, no, I want everybody compact. Whether we're, and if you missed the start of the show, but that's what I said. The best I could hope for from Michael Carrick is, regardless of Manchester United are defending, are we compact? Are we playing mid-block? Are we compact? Are we doing a full press? Are we compact? We have to be together and there's no gaps because our centre-halves in wide areas get exposed. Our midfielders don't have the legs and they'll get exposed. But Erik ten Hag, in that last 4 games of the season, including in the 5th game, including the cup final, coached a compact football. Hence why we had a game plan for City. We went there and beat them. Because we played compact. Ruben Amorim, helter-skelter. No. Bruno doing his own thing. Casemiro left by himself with no legs. 55 minutes he gets gassed. Ugarte can't, when he's on the ball, no quality. Kobe Mainu, we've not seen him. So the point what I'm saying to you is that do I have the attributes of players to play? And Carrick, one thing about Tech, I don't know if you saw this interview. I saw this interview, 20 minutes of interview that he did the other day. And mostly he was like, yeah, attacking. He's talking about attacking style, attacking. I'm like, Musa said it before. The only thing Musa said on this, today Musa's been finished concussed. But the only point that he made, which was valid in this podcast today, was he said that Manchester United already can score goals. Our problem is not scoring goals at this moment in time. Our problem is keeping goals out. Hence why we were. And we've only won in 11 months. We won 9 games. So the point I want to make to you, is that in a short space of time, he's going to have weeks to develop a game plan. He's going to, because we only got 17 games till the end of the season now. So that's the only my expectation of Carrick. Make Manchester United compact, whatever we're doing. Hide the deficiencies of the individual and the lack of cohesion that exists within the different midfield balance. Facts.
Yeah. Of course. No, but bro, this is exactly why I said
That's all we
let's
all
just
want.
wait until we see the new setup. Because if Carrick shapes up different where, for example, when we are behind the ball, there's 4 to 5 defensive lines. In between that, they're all 10 yards apart from each other, very close. You know, everyone's shifting from side to side. When the ball switched to the left, we're all going down to the left or whatever. Everyone's on the same page. It's either we press or we sit off. There's so many different tweaks that can happen to make the basics of this football team look much better. Does that make sense? And we've not played to the players' positives within this last year. Bro, we're asking Ugarte to get on the football. That should never happen. That should never happen. Ugarte should not be playing in games when we're playing against low blocks. What on earth is he there for? Can we have someone like Michael Carrick who may identify that sort of situation and change the personnel? This is exactly what I'm talking about, because even in certain of these games, bro, where we have been dropping points within the last 5 to 6 weeks, bro, the opposition hasn't been that great. We just either haven't taken our chances or the defending and cutthroat moments have been poor, bro. You get what I'm saying? We play shit lethargic football. That's not going to change unless the manager changes.
Do you know what's important as well with that point you just made,
Yeah, go on.
That point you made is the only way I can see the top 4 thing. Because realistically, we create a lot of chances. We just don't put them in the back of the net. So realistically, based on...
And we don't really go for it. A lot of times,
that's what Nuruddin is saying, though, Saeed, and Rhino. That's what Nuruddin is saying in terms of, all right, can we shape up defensively? But that was my first thought. That was my first answer. Can he get these man compact? Because this is a first. If anything, it's 4 months. You don't have time to go and set up your own plans or this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's how you're going to move pragmatic. How can you approach each game like ad hoc? How can you ad hoc and approach each game? It's not going to be, all right, then cool. My next 5 games, I'm going to play attacking football. It's not like that. It's
going to make us hard to beat
to the opposition that we have, bro. That's why I mentioned the point of, if we're playing against a low block, I don't want to see Ugarte. Can Carrick identify that? But then when we're getting bombarded and overrun in midfield, yes, I would want to see someone like a Ugarte, because that's where he thrives. Win the ball back, play it 5 yards, and let's get up the pitch. It's just those little things. If we could do the basics, bro, it would be a whole different ball game. And in City, it's usually City who always get the taste of that. Oh yeah, United are going down bad, this, that, bro. When we're compact against you, man, we play the ball over the top. It's a long day. And it's been like for the last 5 to 6 years. You get it? We get pumped when we play awful against you lot. Every time we turn up in a derby, we win it. We only get pumped when we play poor.
Facts. Let me get these super chats, man. People, big up to Abdelaziz says, if Carrick benches Cunha, I'm fine with it. I do not want Bruno. Kobe should start as 10. Top 4 is tough. These players win when not expected, then lose when they should win. Hit the likes, just as what he said there as well. Would you take Xabi Alonso at United? Personally, for me, no, Scott. But
he will never come anyway. He will never come.
Yeah, he'll never come anyway. Managers like Fab would get found out in the Premier League. Toby says Carrick would be the best CM in the world today, for real. Man, think he was just okay because he was just there was ballers in CM back then. Still ain't replaced him. Facts. Company has Pep knowledge. Carrick doesn't. Carrick doesn't rate Bruno. Let's not forget. We're open because for all Bruno's offensive quality, he is in position discipline on Mainu and Castro have the legs, which is a bad combo. We're unathletic. Someone check on his blood pressure. I understand there's passion.
I'm ill already.
But you are adults. Let people speak up with their point. That Mourinho said, respect. And Nuruddin, if they only care about Champions League football, then surely results don't matter. If it's not only the factor, but definitely one of them. And big up to Nuruddin keeps shouting like Stephen A. Smith. And the next
I'm
manager,
passionate, mate. I'm not shouting. I'm
yeah,
passionate.
exactly. Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
this
gonna be
passion.
Yeah, it's
gaslighted.
passion, man. I love
Yeah,
the
no,
I'm
no,
not
this
gonna be
passion.
gaslighted,
talk,
mate.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, I love the passion.
Next
bro.
permanent manager has to be from the Premier League. We can't afford to get a manager who spends the next year getting used to the league. Yeah, I agree, man.
Hey,
But let's hope,
Saeed,
man.
just to end on that, yeah, none of us know the right manager. Even you lot saying you want.
I don't know.
Man,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You don't know. You just don't know.
Rhino, with this ownership,
you know what I mean?
Rhino, can I just say
Yeah,
something?
we don't
to you?
know.
There's no right
Yeah.
with this ownership and structure. There is no right manager.
Facts. Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Running our football club, we've got
I agree.
crackhead owners.
We just need luck right now. We just need luck. We just need someone to come in and hope that it just works.
Owners.
We can't have mad expectations.
We can't have mad expectations, but at least have a bit of faith when we haven't seen it. I think we're listening so much to these negative fans, bro, to a point where, bro, don't listen to these negative fans. These men can't even tell you what a foul throw is. You get it? But they will tell you don't know what ball is. Like, come on, bro. Just be a bit more positive, innit? We haven't seen anything yet. You get it? 5 games in a row. If we win that, United stand cuts his hair, bro. Everyone's going to get giddy.
Yo, I had to look at. He said, "Have you seen his hair recently? It's on 466 days, 67 days."
Yes, man.
That's mental, though.
Yo, Tex, I want to talk really quickly here, though. I agree with what you said before about you haven't seen certain things yet, so there could be a different outcome. That one, I was actually agreeing with you. But the Yuri Tillsman thing about Leicester, when he got injured. I remember you were saying majority of the season he was mid. He got injured, and then towards the end of the season he started to light up again. And Saeed, if you remember, I came on this channel. And I said, let's go get him on a free. And Lucas Digne, when he was leaving Everton, but he wasn't. Yuri Tillman,
yeah.
No.
Bro, I remember
I'm
that.
not saying you don't think that, because I rate that baller as well. I'm not saying you didn't think that, and certain individuals, but the jury was out for Yuri Tielemans, bro.
The jury was definitely got the best out of him.
And Ndidi as well, bro. Both of them got absolutely rubbed
out.
Yo,
Ndidi, Nigeria missed Ndidi yesterday. They missed Ndidi yesterday in Nigeria.
People were saying that the Premier League has gone past Tielemans. Tielemans put on too much weight. This, that. He can't get around the pitch. Bro, you go protect him and go and see him dictate play, bro.
No, you haven't seen him, though. He's trim now. He's athletic, strong now.
Yeah, but bro, it don't just change like that, innit? You don't.
No, but you've got a coach that's getting the best out of him, Tech. You know that, though. You've got a coach that's getting the best out of him.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't know what Carrick's going to bring for the next 4 months. Bro, it's 4 months, man. Like
4 months.
Let me just have a bit of faith. I don't want to be looking so negative into... All right, so how do you want me to prepare my weekend? How do you want me to prepare... Should I now... Yeah.
No, Tech, nobody's been negative, bro. We're just saying...
Instead of making a
is this team good enough? The question, Tech...
Man's just going to make corned beef and rice.
Listen.
Everything
I need, bro. Yo, Tech, I need you to have all the trimmings, bro. I want you to have... get and dress your Sunday best, go to church and come back and have your trimmings, church, all the trimmings. I want you to have all the trimmings. Yeah. What we're saying is that the conversation was that is this good team good enough to make a top 4? And the evidence so far we've not seen it, but inshallah we hope.
That's it.
My personal thing is I don't want to be seen as like not saying anything positive or being negative. I'm just trying to be realistic here. Like
I agree.
That's
Listen, I could be in the car park on Saturday and we could be getting beat 4-0.
Evidently, I don't think this team's personally good enough to finish top 4. And on top of that, they're using this as a smokescreen and not going to sign anybody.
I agree.
I hate you.
And the other competitions are strengthening. So it's like, what do you want me to be here? Just be like a hopeless go like, all right, cool, let's just see what happens.
But when we say that team's not good enough,
towards the end of the season, there's 17 games left or whatever. But end of the day, I'm not going to be like overly for no reason. Like you get.
I agree, I'm like, you know me. I'm like Giddy SC Merchant. You know me, Norton, innit? But even I've been calm, bro. I've been like, yo, I'm going to see things as they go on. I'm not even like. Broski,
you know the saddest thing. You know the day that you're not the chairman and CEO and the captain of Giddy FC. It will break my heart because sometimes. You need somebody to be giddy, but
I know. But now,
that's when I know that the bastards have won. Because the crackheads have completely destroyed this.
Yeah. But what I won't do is, I won't right off the season. That's it.
Quick question, yeah, and be honest with me.
Oh, sorry, Musa.
Be honest with me, bro.
Yeah.
Did you rate Victor Lindelof? And do you think that? Is he not starting Aston Villa?
Yeah,
he's balling out Aston Villa,
and he started, as I've checked, anyways, their last 7 games.
Yeah,
and he went on. Well, he was a major factor to that 11-game run in all competitions. 11 game wins. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been part of it.
He played 5 of those games, bro. Yeah. Now, these men are comfortably right now in the top 4.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by like, bro, the competition is low. Like the standards is low. You didn't even rate Lindelof yourself.
No.
Man's gone to Villa. He's starting.
Wait.
Facts. Man would have said Lindelof's not a top 4 player. Lindelof can't be in top 4.
Bro. I would have said the same thing.
You text me like, oh yeah, cool. I don't rate Lindelof to be as a starter for United and be good enough for us. But it's different. He's not going into Villa's team. I know he's been part of the squad, but he's not going into Villa's team being at the main vocal point from the back 4. If you actually look at them, because I actually
the pressure is different.
So like Ezra Konsa, that like I think I highly rate him, and I think any centre back that plays next to him, he makes them either look good or even look better.
You see what Emery said about Lindelof?
And there's
like Rhino just said, there's a different pressure. If we look at all the players that are leaving United, the teams are not getting as much media attention. The eyes not always on them as much.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all flourishing. Most of them are flourishing. When you're in a cauldron where everyone's playing crap and it's like crab in the bucket mentality, trying to pass the blame, it's gonna be a bit harder to show.
No, but you know why I disagree with that though? Because Lindelof was never in the limelight. He's just a humble fella. Like no one would question his nothing.
Man said he wasn't even good enough for the bench.
Monday night,
man said he wasn't even good enough for the bench. Man said he wasn't even good enough for the bench at United.
Monday night football was getting ripped. Don't do that, please.
Man said he wasn't even good enough for the bench. No, what it is. The problem is with people like Lindelof. No, but the problem is with Lindelof. You see me? It's not revision. But I always keep. You know what it is though. I always say
one line though. Let me just. My one line I want to say is that
2 years ago, and we call it revisionism. Bro.
Nah, but
it's madness.
Nah, but text and Musa. This is what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying though. Hear me out. We have to judge them in a United shirt though. That's the facts.
No, you can't.
We have to. That's all we can do. I'm
tell you why you can't judge them in a United shirt. Let me tell you.
Delict's turned up in a United shirt, so you can't.
No, he's not. Man's not rating Delict.
He's been better than
Man's not rating Delict.
He's been better than Lindelof. He's been way better than Lindelof.
Listen, I remember. Listen. I agree with you, Rhino, and I agree with everything that you're saying. But I remember Delict getting rinsed not long ago. A man said he can't do it. He's too slow.
Everyone gets rinsed. Van Dijk gets rinsed sometimes.
This is my point, though. But this is my point. Nobody, technically, has done it in a United shirt. That's why we've been poor for the last 13 years. Yeah. This is why when we look at the last 13 years, everybody says no Man United player has technically done it. Listen, the best Man United player, this is what I'm saying, the best Man United player that we had in the last 13 years, and arguably is one of the best midfielders the world has ever seen, is Paul Pogba. A man telling me he didn't do it at United in a United shirt. So where am I going to go? If Paul Pogba did not do it in a United shirt, no one ever will. That's the end of it. That's the end of it.
And so when I'm hearing that you were doing before, you got dropped from McTominay. Remember that, yeah?
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I hear you.
Let me wrap it up, people, man. It's been a long show. It's been a mad show. You know what I mean? Big up to everyone locked in, man. You get me?
I just want to say to the people in the comments here who watch this, listen, if you can't handle my passion, then I don't know. I come with no filters. I call it as it is. And Musa, it's always love. It's a football argument. It's a thing that I used to do around the block since I was 5-6 years old.
These men need to come to the barber shops in South London and see what's going on.
They'll run out there.
I live in my side, man. I grew up in my side.
See the barber won't even finish your trim. He'll run you out the shop with a half trim.
Hey, Musa, you see, I'm seeing enough content and the way they speak ball, I big up Bouncer, yeah, he's doing some crazy stuff. But that man should not be allowed to talk about football.
Nah, he shouldn't. He's not football ready.
He's not football ready.
He's not football ready.
He said, what's going on at Spurs? What? These men really let go of Youngmin's son.
He said Maresha. He said Maresha, say like that.
He's taking a mic.
Bro, he was that man that was telling you back in the day when you was on the block talking ball, or you was in school talking ball, hey bro, that football thing is not gonna make you dull, bro.
It's not gonna make it. Bro. I'm telling you.
So listen, don't listen to certain people when it comes to ball, innit?
I'm telling you.
Every individual in here has their own initiative, hence why we have some good debates, innit? But at the same time, bro, it's like we can't make people dictate narratives. I've only used Bouncer as an example. There's a lot of United creators that I will never like bait out their name or mention them. Saeed, you've seen in the group chat, bro. We've got people singing and rapping and that for certain managers, and then saying we've got to back them, back a process, do this. do that, and then when he's gone and we're going on to another process, we're all doing, oh yeah, bring back my ex. Oh, I'm not supporting United until the end of the season. Oh, well, allow it, bro. These things don't make sense. So don't listen to certain people, bro. Listen to certain people, fam. You get me?
Now, big up, man. Big up Tech Zeno, man. Make sure you follow up Tech Zeno. He's gonna be live with rants. I think we're gonna redirect to rants as well. They're live right now. Rhino, you got to prep him. There's a DJ Mustard new music video out now.
Just dropped just now. Go and check it out. Crazy video. Go and check it out.
I'm gone though, yeah.
Love. Keen comment, people, man. But Rhino, let them know, man.
Yeah, check it out, man. We've just dropped DJ Mustard's crazy music video. I want to see some of you that are in here. I want to see you guys in the comments. Tell me what you think as well. It's lit, man. It's a banger, man. The video's cold as well. You might see me in there. You might not.
Come on,
check it out and let me know.
Defo, man. Big up to you, Rhino, man. Estrella, big up to you as well, man. Love for coming on, man.
No, always, man. Big up the chat.
Yeah, big up Estrella, though.
Big up, man. Big up Musa as well. Love for always, man.
Always, I'm here, man. You know how it is. I'm always here. Man's been busy, though. You know, it's coming up to Ramadan. We're building water wells in Kenya, Uganda. So we've got a couple water wells that we're just completing. That's keeping us busy. So sometimes I get caught up. I'm outside. We've got some events going on. But my channel needs to come back because I've got opinions. My opinions are not even on the game. I'm just here to have opinions on what you lot are saying. I need to break down Noradin's videos. I need to break down Saeed's videos.
You're invited to United Real Therapy, man. We need to do a show together, Musa.
Yeah, I'll be
you know what? You know what I'm gonna call it? Concussed cassettes. We're taking it back. That's what the show's gonna be called. Concussed cassettes.
Nah, you have to call it All Roads Lead to Concussions.
Exactly. Starting with you, with your revisionism.
Yeah. It's mad. You two was a team before. Now you guys are ops.
Nah, man, you're telling me about manager got sacked.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to start again. Sorry.
Hey. But listen, big up, man. Listen. So I'm fucking stuck at home. I'm not being well. I'm still not well.
No, get better soon, man.
Inshallah, I'll get better. I'm trapped. That's all I've been doing, making 2 hour
content. It's meant to be a bad flu out there. What's this bad flu out here that's going on?
Knocked me out, man.
That's what it is.
3 weeks, man. 3 weeks and it's still not left me. I can't sleep at night, man. I'm coughing.
Yeah, my friend's like that as well. He's had it for like 2-3 weeks.
Man. Bro. It's absolutely horrible, man. So people, be careful. Boost immune system. You need to go and get all the boost immune system, man.
Yeah.
But I say there's enough content on the channel for this to watch. Hopefully, me and Saeed tomorrow, at least 3 o'clock, we're gonna do a Manchester Derby preview. We'll be live at 3 on the channel, so catch me and Saeed tomorrow. Love light, people. Big up Australia. Big up all the Kings. Musa, it's all love.
Old Trafford.
Saturday, 12:30. Saeed, are you going?
Oh, 12:30.
I'm there.
I'm not, man. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Let's get well, man. Get well, man.
Yeah.
And I'll be there. I'll be there,
man.
Do
a live stream then.
I'll be there Saturday. You get me 12:30, and then hopefully. Yeah, no, man. But I'd rather get out of the way, man. If we lose, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, check out everyone's content, man. And I'll be back tomorrow. Me and Big Steve and Troops will be live in the morning. So we're gonna be doing a show as well, and obviously Nuruddin. And then man, we'll be doing content anyway, regardless, man. So we got everyone locked in. This has been the Mandem Talk. Check out Lizzie. New music video out now as well. And head over to Rants and Bants and Tech Zeno for round 2, people. We're out. Peace.